Hello? Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Hello? Hopefully this is all working. It's not the best idea to do a stream on YouTube, right? And then don't do your next one for like, what's it been, like 2 months? I think. Maybe less than that? I can't remember. It feels like it's been like 2 months. So I don't know if it's working. I think everything looks to be okay. If anyone is out there and can give me some sort of thumbs up that you can hear me, that would be appreciated. From my side, I can see bars going up and I can see little live things and numbers. It shows you a lot of stuff, but you can never be too sure. I was testing all this stuff out last night, and it's like when you're streaming regularly, it's fine, right? Because you just turn it all on and then you go and you're all good. So okay, can hear you. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. If there are any audio issues, please do let me know. Again, I don't stream enough, I guess, to be confident that everything is correct. So if there are any issues, please do give me a shout. So, okay, well, this is my second stream on YouTube. The first one was quite fun. Played some Bart and the Beanstalk. I was able to beat it. That was cool. It was nice chatting with people. I played a bit of Simpsons Hit and Run. And then the plan was, hey, whenever I do one of the Simpsons videos, it would make sense to hang out with people after that video and like play the game and just hang out and just have a chat about the game itself, go into some other thoughts. That sounds like a fun idea, right? Well, the next game I did was bloody Virtual Bart. So that means the next game I gotta stream is Virtual Bart. So that's exciting. Yes, exactly like that, Source. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm going to play this game today, and I don't want it to turn into just like a moaning stream, right? Like, it's very easy to do where someone just starts streaming a game and it's bad, and the whole stream is just that person complaining about the game. I do want to keep this still a little bit more of a hangout vibe. If I end up pausing the game and just taking a little break, hopefully people understand. But because I just don't want to be like, oh, this game is terrible, so I'm going to spend 2 hours playing a terrible game, get really wound up, and that's just not a good time for anyone. So I'm going to switch over to the game now. Let me turn off the music, although I think it turned itself off. Why did you do that? Oh yeah, it turned itself off. That's weird. And I'm just crossing my fingers that this is going to work, because the first stream I did, this broke. Come on. Hey! Look at that. I'm seeing audio. I can see the picture. I think it's there. It's all looking good to me. I actually cropped it correctly this time. I am going to restart the SNES in a bit so we can start from the intro. The reason I have it on this screen is because there's like a demo mode. That if you stay on the title screen after like 2 seconds, it goes into a demo mode. And I didn't want that to be looping. So this all looks to be working. Again, if the game audio is a little bit too loud, do let me know. This game has horrendous audio design and sound design. I talked about it a bit in the video, but it was really hard to edit because all the clips just had all different, like, oh my god, the clips were all like sounded different. Like Dino Bart had no music, but Baby Bart had the most irritating music ever known to man. So I was like, well, how do I edit the volume for this? It was anyway, I said I wasn't going to moan too much, but okay, let's restart the SNES. I'm going to attempt some full playthroughs and just see how we go. Maybe I can beat it. Maybe I can beat it on stream. That would be really cool. Maybe I can't. If I can't, then I can't. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to make peace with that now, that I probably won't be able to beat Virtual Bart live. But I beat Bart and the Beanstalk, so anything is possible. But let's say hello to some people first before I reset. So, XJ Luna, bro, you were home free. Why are you doing this to yourself? I don't know, for the people, I guess. I said I would stream every Simpsons game I review, so I gotta do it. And then let me make sure I got this right. Templar Films, hello. Thank you for your help with the audio. And a Source, thank you for the thumbs up. And 144444. Hello, virtual Bart. Hello. Right, let's restart and give this a go. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Don't break. Come on. Okay, I can see it on my side. Oh, don't tell me it broke. Is it coming? Is it going to kick in? Are you thinking about it? I think it might have broke. How did it break? Okay, let's reset it again. Bear with me, folks. I've resetted it again. Resetted it? What did I just say? Oh, I might have to turn this on and off. Hold on. Turn you off. Turn you on. In case you're wondering what's happening, I have a problem with either my streaming software or I don't know, my capture card, the Elgato. I'm not too sure what's causing the problem, but I have this big issue where at some point it just gets really upset. Like the Elgato just stopped working and I don't really know what's causing it. It just at some point it doesn't work, and that's basically what's happening. So the Elgato is functioning, but in my streaming, oh, drop my controller. In my streaming software, it just displays as black. And the easy fix, as far as I'm aware, is just to restart the streaming software. But of course, you can't restart the streaming software without restarting the stream. But I've had this happen in both my streams now, so I don't quite know what I'm going to do here. Maybe if I just change some settings. Let's change the scale filtering. No, that didn't do anything. Because the big issue is that there's no way for me to like reset a source. I don't think so anyway. Hold on. What if I'm going to deactivate it. Okay. Then let's activate it again. Oh, there we go. It worked. Hey! Hey, all right. We're back in business. Malkai Watt, listening in at work. Thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping by. Always appreciate your comments. So how long we're going to see another game? Will you play the whole entire family like Homer Thompson or Little Lisa and the rest? Well, when they start making games about the rest of the family, then I'm there. But we're still, the games I'm covering is still early 90s. And this is still Acclaim, and Acclaim were obsessed with Bart. So, unfortunately, I don't think it's that far, actually. We're nearly done with the Acclaim games, if you can even believe that. Okay, I'm going to give it another reset, and then I'm going to start playing. Here we go. Reset the SNES. Okay, that's working. Cool. All right, we're good. Okay, I'm actually going to start playing the game now. For real. I am playing this on an actual SNES, my PAL SNES, using a physical copy of the game. So if it looks a little bit off, or if it looks worse than the video, than the actual review itself, that's kind of why. Because I normally, when I review the games, I record them in an emulator, just because it looks a little bit nicer and it's a bit easier to do. But I think it's nice to play on original hardware. Okay, here we go, everyone. Wish me luck. Give this a shot. You know, the worst thing about this is that, like, there was about a month or so period where I was playing Virtual Bart all the time, and it meant that I actually got to practice a ton. But that hasn't happened recently. I have not played it so much recently. But, like, just look at this cutscene. Like, I can't imagine being a kid in the 90s and seeing this type of cutscene. It's really cool. Of all the things you can like complain about this game, which I did, that cutscene is really, really cool. Okay, so I want to try and get Doomsday Bart first. So I think I need to press it around the tomato. I'm trying to remember my own tips in the video. Okay, let's just hit it now. See what we get. Oh no, don't do, no. No, not Baby Bart right off the bat.
Night, night, Bart.
Well, that's upsetting. Well, I was going to have to play all of these at some point. Okay, so it's B to jump, that to shoot. Okay. This was such a depressing one to get first. It really is quite terrible. But I think I've got a decent feel for this section anyway. but we'll see. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get past the seal section. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that on stream. Like, it took so much practice and so much patience to beat that somewhat consistently. I don't think I'll be able to do this live, but we'll see. We've got a couple of hours here. I guess place your bets now. Oh, place your bets now. Is this stream going to be longer or shorter than the review itself? The last stream I did was 1 hour 50, because that's when my voice gave up. But we'll see. And the review was 2 hours. Straight into the hardest level. Yep. I'm really happy about that. My timing was very off. I wanted to do Doomsday Bart, so I know I can beat that one. But instead we got Baby Bart. Favorite Banjo-Kazooie question? Yeah, if you want to ask me a question about Banjo-Kazooie, please do. Unless you mean what's my favorite Banjo-Kazooie game, because that would be the first one. Although I'm not one of these people that hates Tui. I think Tui's awesome. They recently ported it onto the Switch, and I really want to play it, but too many other games to play. Got to stream Virtual Bart. I can't be playing Banjo-Tooie. I got Virtual Bart on the SNES to play, obviously. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of times where I'm just going to need to concentrate. So if I'm not as chatty as I would be, I do apologize, but I hope everyone understands. Okay, so I think it was X to do the diaper shoot. I probably should have played the Mega Drive version here, to be honest with you. Because the Mega Drive version... So I played the SNES version for the review. Well, that's not going well. And then I spent a lot of time on the Mega Drive Genesis version. But that has a lot of little differences, and the controls are different as well. Well, that's not good. Can I shoot that cat? I can. Really need to... need to get that health. It's actually not that big of a deal to die on this section. Are your favorite Banjo-Kazooie question space? Oh! Oh, you mean that video? Yeah, the Grunty Furnace Funhouse. Oh, that video did so much better than I was expecting. Like, I made that video when I was like in a big Banjo-Kazooie mood because I was speedrunning the game at the time. And I thought it would just be a fun thing to do. And now it's like one of my most popular videos by far. Like, it's a fun video. I had a good time making it, but YouTube's crazy like that. The stuff that like blows up and the stuff that doesn't, you just can't predict it. But no, that was a ton of fun. It's always nice. People seem to like that video, which is always cool. Okay, so I'm going to try and get the extra life here. Come on. I mean, the one nice thing about this section is that if you do take out one of the dogs, then you die, the dogs don't come back. So you don't have to do that again. Okay, let's see if I can actually get this. There we go. Very nice. I should have enough health here. Oh, I missed the health. I missed the health. Oh my God. Don't touch the cat. Okay. All right, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I forgot to press the button. Okay. So this bit isn't hard, but it's just very easy to instantly die. So I kind of have to concentrate, not because of anything I'm doing is difficult, it's just you never know when like Jimbo and Kearney are just going to like ram you from behind and then just send you into a instant kill thing. And also the extra life here is a little bit tricky to get. There we go. I think that's fine. I think we're okay. Just need to not do anything stupid. So I only lost 1 life getting to the seal section, assuming I do this correctly. Which is like pretty much how all my playthroughs have gone off this level. Like, I usually die at some point. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is it. Okay. So let's jump across. I'm going to try and use my go back to strategy. Although I missed the jump, so that's not going to help. I'm just... It's just so crazy how precise this is. Like, it took so much of a dedicated effort to, like, to do this, that I just don't have any faith I can do it live. But I want to try. If I can do every other level apart from Baby Bart, I would see that as a successful stream. So I'm going to go back to... come back 1. So that gives us that one. Gotta wait for a second parachute? No. Didn't have enough time. Didn't have enough time. I guess I'm going to try and vocalize all my thought process here. Because you got to jump, and then you can just go again, go again, go again. No good timing there. We're going to jump back 2. We can just keep going. 4th one's coming up. 5th one's coming up so I can go. Gotta wait, gotta wait, gotta wait. No, wasn't there. Wasn't there. I think my timing's a little bit off. I think maybe I need to jump sooner here. That should give me better timing for this bit. No, terrible timing there. So we jump back 2, jump back to the 3rd, jump back to the 4th. 5th is coming up. Okay, 6th should come up. No. Nope. I was a split second too early on that jump. But that was the route. That was the route. I was just a split second too early. So, okay, those are out of sync, which I think is what I want. Then we jump back to 4, jump to 5. No. Oh, hold on, here we go. Oh no, look at this syncing. Look, oh no, it worked. It worked. Okay. Oh my god, the diaper chute. Ah! Oh! 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 That actually was going really well. That was going really well. I was starting to get the rhythm. And then I died. Alright. Let me pick the next minigame and then I'll catch up on some comments. That was actually starting to go quite well. But I guess if I go back to Baby Bart, then I can try that again. But I really want to get Doomsday Bart or Mount Splashmore out the way. So I'm just going to hit A. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, fine. We'll do the tomato one. Okay, let me catch up though. What are your thoughts on being a small YouTuber? Oh, it's amazing. No, it's hold on, let me pause because it's on a timer. No, I you know, I don't really see this as a career, so from my point of view, I don't really mind being a small YouTuber. I think you just want to get to the point where like some people are watching your stuff, which is where I have gotten. There's all you lovely people watching now. For me, that's kind of enough. It does get frustrating with the algorithm sometimes. Like Virtual Bart did not get pushed at all by the algorithm, where Bart and the Beanstalk did. So, you know, you appreciate when those sort of, you know, you want that sort of help from YouTube because everyone seemed to really like the video, which was amazing. So it's really awesome that people really like that video. It just didn't get any sort of push. But again, it is what it is. I'll build it over time. I enjoy making the videos either way. So I guess that's that. I meant to comment this tip I heard in Mount Splashmore. The man in green has arrows on his back. Do they actually have them on the NES version? Maybe I should get the guide out again. I don't know. In the guide, it said it was only on the Genesis and Mega Drive version. But I guess if they're really hard to see, then you're probably better off just looking straight ahead anyway. And they last for only a few frames. Oh god, that's terrible. Okay, that's interesting they're there though. That's very interesting. Classics like Saturn. This game's going to be brutal. Best of luck. Thank you. It's already going very well. Are you playing? I'm assuming that's meant to be on real hardware. Yeah, this is real hardware. Yeah, this is a PAL SNES. I have a physical copy of the game. So if it looks quite fuzzy to you, then that's why. The dead zone is so unforgiving. I know. Tell me about it. Like, that's one thing they fixed in the Mega Drive version as well, that dead zone. It's just a little bit nicer, that you can dip under just a little bit more. This is definitely one of those games where you're better off using infinite lives. I completely agree. Like, I think there is a cheat to do that, but I really struggle to get like any of the cheats to work for this game. But there are technically cheats that you can do that. So yeah, that's definitely out there for people. So I think you can get infinite lives. And there's like a level skip as well. So you could technically skip Baby Bart and do the rest if you wanted to, but that's cheating. And that's not what we're all about here at Honest Tom Industries. Even the algorithm doesn't like the game. Yeah, I don't blame it. I absolutely don't blame it. But yeah, algorithm. Bart and the Beanstalk, love it. Virtual Bart, not so much. Will you make more random informational videos like the Banjo-Kazooie one? Probably not. At the moment, I'm doing Simpsons games videos and these live streams. So I want to kind of like commit myself to that and make sure I finish that. So yeah, I'm currently focused on that. The arrows make me think they had the... Yeah, I think you're probably right. Like, they probably had the idea, but just didn't execute it right, and then fixed it for the Genesis. Yeah, I did mean to ask you if this is on third. Yeah, no problem. Completely understand. Let's throw some tomatoes. So this is one game that I was practicing earlier, because the Genesis version has such different timing in terms of throws that I had to practice this a little bit, because it's just completely different timing. Like, it's like my I guess what would you call it, my reflexes for this game and the way I think I should be throwing is a little bit off, because I had to like reprogram my instincts for that. Okay, let me hit this guy over here. No, a little bit too high. Okay, let's go for Sherry and Terry. No, okay, going a little bit too high. Again, I just have to reprogram myself a bit here. Okay, I'm just going too high on that for some reason. Let's go for someone slower. Let's go for Rod. Okay, a little bit too short. A little bit too slow again. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's much better. No, that's not going to land. You know, I could get Ralph. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I mean, I'm not too worried about this tomato one, even if my shots are a little bit off at the moment. It's that bloody egg one that I am not going to be looking forward to. Did I hit that girl on the left? Oh, I would have done. Now I messed that up. Okay, I'm going to have to go for Sherry and Terry. But they're walking very slowly. Yeah, that would have done it if I just waited for a second. Okay, that's better. It's generally... I find with this minigame, it's better to go a little bit higher than expected. Just because it's, like, easier to hit their head than it is to hit their feet. But that tactic is not paying off for me at the moment. Although that worked quite nice. I think these are the last three left, so hopefully... No, Skinner! Oh, God. Almost hit Skinner. That was really risky. I shouldn't have thrown that. Oh, I don't have a lot of time. I'm about to run out of time. I can't fail at this minigame. It's like the easiest one. We have to go for that guy on the right. That's very close. I might fail this. Okay, that's one. Maybe I could go for Skinner? Okay, if I can hit this kid. Beautiful. And then hit Millhouse. Then hit Millhouse, maybe? No. Okay. Alright. That wasn't too bad. A little embarrassing to fail on the easiest one, but still trying to get the timing down. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's an unused text screen for the ending that says, "You are a true Bart Simpson." That's weird. Yeah, I was kind of surprised when I was looking up stuff about this game. There is a lot of info about the game itself. There's like, I think there's like a build, like an early build that you can find. I can't remember what it was on. What's it called? The cutting room floor or the cutting floor, something like that. That had like a whole article about like an old demo version that I'm assuming you can play. But for a game that like nobody seems to really care about, there's like a lot of info about like specific things about the game. You can totally find that stuff. Hit and Run or the Simpsons game. Yeah, I will be covering those games for sure. It just might take like a good while to get to those. But once I get to like the Simpsons wrestling, skateboarding, road rage, yeah, I'll be covering those. I'm actually a little intimidated to do a hit and run video because it's like, how do you do a video on the Simpsons hit and run? Like, how do you do that? Like, I don't know how I'm going to cover it. So I'm actually a little bit worried about that one, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Okay, well, I would like to at least complete one minigame in my first attempt here. I will be playing this a little bit more to try and at least do a little bit better. It's not a one and done, don't worry, but let's try and go for the corn dog at the top. So, according to the guide and the hint, you press A 2 spots before, okay? So let's hit it when his head is at splash more. So now. Don't you go to baby Bart. Oh, okay, we'll do the tomorrow one again. Okay. Yeah, that timing trick, it's something that I read online, and I think it's true for the Genesis, but I've never really been able to get it to work consistently on the SNES. Although some of that might be just like the PAL version has different timing. Because you never know, there are technically differences with the PAL version. I was really surprised when like I noticed the pigs were different color in Pig Bar. It's like, why are they different? Who makes that change? Very odd. There was a virtual Bart prototype online. Yeah, that's the one. I haven't actually played it myself, but it's really interesting that it's actually there. Like the amount of graphics that actually got tweaked and changed. Which I think, if I remember correctly, was just part of like their review process in terms of like getting the Simpsons staff to, you know, review that stuff. Seemed like that's what a lot of those changes were. There we go. This is going a lot better. Okay, I can make that hit. There we go. Okay, Millhouse. Okay, well, Millhouse is... There we go. Finally got rid of him. I don't think Jenny's come up yet. Or has she? Is it just Nelson? Alright, maybe it's just Nelson. There she is. Cool, there we go. That's how that should have gone the first time. I'm glad I actually did a lot better. Opinion on Grunty's Revenge and Banjo Pydo. Grunty's Revenge is really, really cool. I think that's an awesome little game. I think people are a little bit too harsh on it. But I love that type of graphical style on the Game Boy Advance. And I think it's just a really fun, cool little game. And, you know, it's super impressive for what it is. It's not as good as the main ones, but I think it's super cool. And then Banjo Pydo, I haven't actually played. And then the top 5 Simpsons games are Simpsons Arcade, Bart's Nightmare, Krusty's Funhouse, and I think it's technically like 2 other versions of Krusty's Funhouse. I need to take a look at the list, but I've been ranking them like individually. So I think top 3 at the moment has been Simpsons Arcade, Bart's Nightmare, and Krusty's Funhouse. Definitely not this game. I can tell you that for free. I ranked this game and this version of this game as my least favorite, and I stand by that. Okay, I need to concentrate a little bit now. So that guy's going really quick. So that... Oh, man. Maybe I should leave him alone for the time being. This is the thing I always like... It's tricky with the egg one, because it's like... If you leave the fastest one still last, more adults will spawn, and then it makes them harder to hit, because there's just adults everywhere, and you can't land any shots, because if you hit the adults, you lose. But then if you... Trying to get them early is difficult, because you might just waste a load of eggs and just miss every time. Oh, that was almost perfect. Yeah, I can hit one of these. Or not. I really want to get that kid with the backpack. No, Willie's in the way. No, just a little too high. Okay. I think I can get him now. Just a little bit off. Yeah, see, now I've got Willie all over the place. There we go. Okay. I think I've wasted too much time getting that fast kid, but you never know. There's a chance. Oh, beautiful. I was not aiming for him, but we'll take it. See, now that girl in the red dress is the really quick one. Pretty sure she wasn't going that fast before. No, that was too high. No. I think I worried a little bit when I was criticizing this minigame so much, because it's like, I'm not the best when it comes to this type of minigame anyway, right? Like, in terms of like timing stuff and perception, I'm just not great at that stuff. Like when it comes to like playing pool and snooker and things like that, I'm just not that guy. I'm just very bad at it. So and then like I watched footage online of people playing the minigame, and they just did not struggle as much as I did. So I was a little bit worried, like, me criticizing this minigame was a bit too harsh. And I was a bit worried that, like, most people actually don't struggle with the egg minigame. But in the end, I just had to be like, well, I struggled with it, and I do think it's a little bit too much. So I just stuck by my guns and said, yeah, that egg minigame is not very good. But I've definitely seen clips online of people just being amazing at it. Just being able to land exactly where they wanted to. And it's like the perfect shot. And I'm like, I wish I could do that. Okay, final score. Oh, it went away. Okay, I was going to say it out loud, but never mind. I think it was 668100. So that's the time. That's the score to beat. Hope everyone wrote that down. Cutting Room 4 is great. Yeah, it's such a cool one. Like, it's so easy to get lost on that website. Just looking at different stuff. Yeah, just looking at like games and like all the weird details that are out there. Like in Bartman Meets Radioactive Man, if you do these really precise inputs at the beginning, like a name spawns at the very beginning of the game that gives you like a load of lives. I'm assuming it's the programmer's wife or girlfriend. It's something like Catherine or something. I can't remember the name. But like a woman's name pops onto screen and you pick it up and you get a load of lives. I probably should have mentioned it in the review, but it was like, again, it's just these cool little things. I was glad you pointed this music out in the review. It's been in my head ever since. It really stood out to me, man. It sounds like Banjo-Tooie music. That was the first thing I thought of. Like, I didn't even check the music for Banjo-Tooie. I was just like, that's a Grant Kirkhope right there. That's a Grant Kirkhope. I know one of those. Will the hit and run video be longer than the usual hours long? I don't know, to be honest. I would be surprised if it's not an hour long. But again, it depends how I approach reviewing Simpsons Hit and Run. Because again, it's just a very intimidating game to approach. So it's like, should I try and do something different? But it's just like one of those games that have been covered to death on the internet. I'm sure most people here have seen the Summoning Salt video, which is good. Very much enjoyed watching that. But even before that, like, it's a very popular game. Mark Luck was streaming last Sunday, and that was a topic he was touching upon, about the price of the Simpsons Hit and Run going up. But as far as I can tell, the reason why the value is going up is because people really care about the game. Like in the last 2 years or so, it's really gone up in popularity. It's been booming in sort of online, and people were really interested in it. And the Summoning Salt video is going to keep pushing that, but it is one of those really popular games. Okay, let's just close. I'm going to close my eyes and press A this time. Okay, pressing A. Now. Okay, Mount Splashmore. Okay, this is doable. I'm not confident, but this is doable at the very least. There's Matt Groening for everybody. I do wonder if those people around him are also writers, but can't say for sure. Getting hit straight away, that's cool. This very first section, as far as I can tell, is always exactly the same. So it's always pink on the left. Oh. And it's always like the same people, although I think their position does change. Okay, I got the health, which is desperately needed. I need those clocks as well. The thing is, there's like 3 ways that you can fail this minigame. So you can you could say do really well on time and do really well on health, but you go the wrong way too many times and then you're out. And then you can like not miss a single one. Not like that, but you can like not miss a single one and then just fail because Blinky hits you too many times. I think the timer is actually probably the toughest part of this minigame. You really need to get those clocks. Okay, pink. Sherry, get out of here. No, Matt Groening, get out of here. I've taken a lot of damage though. Okay, mine, that wasn't great. Okay. Really need to get some health. Quick. I think it's one more hit and I'm done. I just took way too many hits at the beginning there. Way too many hits. That wasn't great. Speaking of prototypes, will you take a look at the Simpsons Bug Squad for Dreamcast? I don't even know what that is. I'll be honest. I'm more than happy to take a look. I'm interested for sure, but I had no idea. I always thought it was weird that the Dreamcast didn't get a Simpsons game. But then that whole era of Simpsons video games is very strange. Like, they disappeared for a bit, and then they were like, Simpsons wrestling? Anyone? I don't know. What's your idea for a modern Thompsons game? It's a good question. I think it's got to be the Hit and Run sequel, right? Like, it just... I know it's a little boring, but it's such a good format for The Simpsons to have this, like, mini GTA-style world. I wouldn't want the same scope as, like, a GTA 5, nothing like that. But I think just having a world that you can explore and you can play as different characters and drive around in and just cram it full of references, it's just, like, the best format for it, you know? So you don't have to call it Simpsons Hit and Run 2. You can call it Simpsons Bump and Dash. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But I just think that's such a good way of doing it. And the Simpsons game, it's just a bit too linear. It's just not quite as... It doesn't quite tick the box in the same way, I don't think. But I mean, I guess I'll find out when I replay it. But yeah, I would just do another Hit and Run style game. Just give you a world filled with Simpsons stuff to go and explore and do stuff in. Camp Deadly has a very interesting secret. Can't be seen normally, but it's the first level. There's a letter from Mark, possibly Mark Line, one of the designers, to someone named Maria. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the... yeah, I'm guessing that's another one, assuming his wife or his, essentially his love files. Oh, there we go, yeah. It's crazy that they, how often that happens. I know you didn't think much of it, but this segment in particular was high-tech for me growing up. I can see it. I can totally see it. I would assume on, like, an old-school CRT, you know, if you had a smaller, like, a small CRT, big old tube TV, and you had that on, I reckon a lot of that probably would help with that 3D effect and make it look a bit better. But when I first started playing Mount Splashmore, it was just, like, flashing in my face. I just found it quite uncomfortable. So I don't hate that minigame, to be fair, but yeah, I could definitely see it being really cool. Save states. I can't, I'm afraid. I'm on actual hardware, so no save states for me. One last question and I'll try another minigame. Will you do the acclaimed South Park games and the Family Guy games? So I think somebody else asked about the South Park games. I guess the answer is I'm not sure. I've still got quite a lot of Simpsons games to do. So I think I do want to tackle more cartoon games, but I need to have a big sit down and think once I do the Simpsons about what I want to do. Because if I'm going to do a series, I want to do it properly and cover them all properly. So if I'm going to do South Park, then I need to do all the South Park games and do it as I've done for The Simpsons. If I'm going to do Family Guy, I want to do all the Family Guy games, you know. So I'm not sure. I think potentially, because I think those games are interesting, but we'll have to see. All right, I'm going to close my eyes again because that worked really well last time. And oh, not Baby Bart. We were this close to Dino Bart. I would have much preferred to play Dino Bart. All right, we'll skip this. Okay. I mean, to be honest, if I can beat Baby Bart on stream, that's just a huge win. And I can sleep feeling satisfied and happy. Everything else is just optional at this point. Although I haven't beaten a single minigame, so... This for me was very much like the virtual bar experience for a good while. Like, it took such a... And maybe I've said this already. But it genuinely took such a concentrated effort to beat it. Like, I can see people as kids beating this, but again, the only way you would do it is by really just focusing on it. Like, really just taking that time in the way that, like, a kid does. Like, for me, with my N64 when I was a kid, I just played it over and over and over again. Didn't matter if I was stuck. It didn't matter if I didn't know what to do. Didn't matter. I was just, like, wandering around in... Oh, that was really bad. I got lucky there. Didn't matter. I had no idea where to go next in, say, Ocarina of Time. You just play it because that's the game you had, and you like the game, and you like being the little man with the sword, and you go, yeah, and you're like, this is cool. And I'm guessing Virtual Bart would have been the same for people. Get to play as Bart, and you get to jump around, and here we go. No. Oh, it's not going super well, this bit, but... I think we're at the end now. Oh, that was not great. I'm trying to make this jump. There we go. I know you could make the jump. Wonder if it's like Sonic Drift where the main visual effects. Yeah, I would guess it's something like that. I mean, I think it's true for any game of this era, right? It is more fair to try and play in that context, but it's difficult because, like, well, that's not how people play it anymore. Like, you know, you want to be fair to the game and judge it on what it was trying to be at the time, but there's only so far that goes because the context has changed. You know, we should be talking about games like Super Mario 64 in a modern context. We should be talking about games in terms of, I think it's, you know, we should be talking about games in terms of what they were, but I think it's also important to talk about it in terms of, like, you know, what it is now. I think it's a mix. So somebody, if they were interested in the Simpsons games and checked out Virtual Bart now, I would assume they would have a similar experience to me. Or maybe not. Maybe I just suck at games. I don't know. Who's to say? Okay. Yeah, I don't normally die at this section, but I'm just taking one too many hits. But now I'm doing really well at this bit. So you just don't know what you're going to get. Which I think is something I said in the review. This bit can either be really easy, or you just take so much damage that it's just a complete nightmare. Okay. That went okay. If I can kill this dog. There we go. Very nice. I'm not looking forward to playing Pig Bart. I was practicing Pig Bart last night. Oh god. That jump's not hard for that life, but it is very nerve-wracking. I was playing Pig Bart last night, and playing that level just made my thumb hurt. Just made my thumb hurt. I don't like holding the D-pad in the way it wants you to. Here we go. Oh. Oh, cool. Well, I didn't need that extra life anyway. That's fine. Another difference between, like, the SNES version... Oh my god. Jimbo is just not being nice. Another version between, like... Another difference between the two versions is that on the SNES, the lives don't respawn, but on the Genesis, they do. So it's like, for this section, if you died there on the Genesis, it actually would... Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Okay, let's just get through this. I hope. This was like exactly what I was talking about when I first played this section before. It's like, it's so like, they're just doing whatever the hell they want. They're just all over the place. There's nothing you can really do about them. They're just completely random, which just means they can sometimes, like, just touch you at the exact wrong time, and then there we go, now you're dead. And there's not much you can do about it. I mean, I am probably playing this a little bit too safe. I could move a little bit more towards the middle and would probably be okay, but even so, just want to get through it. Okay, go up and down. Okay, here we go. We only got 3 lives. Which is not ideal. But that went really well last time. Let's hope it goes well this time. It's just the diaper shoe, I think. I think I just need to be more on top of the diaper shoe. Okay, this looks like bad timing to me. I don't think this is going to sync up. Maybe I'll just do another... No, look at that. Look at this timing. Look at that timing. That was terrible timing. They were like a little bit out of sync before I got there, which means going back didn't put them out of sync in a way that was helpful. I apologize if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but this section is insane. Okay, that was good. Let's wait. Oh no, go back. No, that was... Oh my god. Okay, jump and shoot. Okay. Come on. Jump and shoot. Ah! That jump is just a little bit wider. It was a little bit wider than I need it to be. You can't, like, hover on the spot in the way you'd want to. Okay. That sinking didn't look great. I'll give it a go. Actually, no, that looks okay. Looks okay. It's okay. Oh no, I went too early. No. No. See, I waited to try and time it. But I actually needed to go and not wait because of the timing. Okay, that looks okay timing wise. We can go here and then here. We can jump. Oh no. Okay, I can jump. Shoot. Come on, last second. Come on. Yes! Yeah! Let's go! Oh my god, that was horrible. That was horrible. Ah, God. That section is insane. That is insane. Now, I don't have any lives. Don't have any lives for this section, so that's totally fine. We'll just deal with that. I'm gonna have some water now. Oh my god. So I have no lives for this section. So there is a life on the top left, but it's a little risky to get. It's a little risky. So I don't know if I should go for that life or not. Let's go. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So worst case scenario, I get the life and I'm not able to jump back. Well, the worst case scenario is I don't get the life and just die. That button, right? Okay. So then back. Okay, cool. So we've got the extra life. Now for this section, I just prefer to just... Oh my god, dude. I prefer to just try and do this quickly, just to not give them a chance to hit you. Okay, okay. Okay. Alright, we're in business. Although these are really difficult jumps. So... when do I want to time this? Now? Okay. Taking a little bit too much damage, which I'm not a fan of. Okay. Let's try this again. I think I'm just in my own head now. I'm in my own head about this. This first one's not too bad, but... there we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So, I want to... well, I can't really do this properly, can I? So I want to... Bart, don't die on me. Okay. So that's not the hard bit. The hard bit's still coming up. But I still have to, like, try and get past these clowns. There's, like, clowns I gotta get past. And then there's the hardest swinging bit, which is, like, doable, but it just takes one mistake. No idea how you're meant to get past that. I don't really have enough health to get past these clowns, I don't think. I have to try and get a little bit lucky. Oh my god, what a... rude! Yeah, just didn't have the health. Didn't have the health for that. Okay. But now that I've got enough oh, do I have to start from here? That's really harsh. It is very possible to get past these clowns and not take a single hit, but all it takes is like one bad jump, and then you start getting hit, and then it's hard to stop being hit. But this is also one of those sections where it feels like it's designed for you to be able to use the diaper chute forever. Like, I think that's how you're oh no, this is bad. I think that's how you're supposed to get past the double rings. I think it's designed... Come on, Bart. I think it's designed so you can use the diaper chute forever, but you can't. So you just fail, and then you just drop and you hit the ring. Okay, I think you might be able to grab this from here. No, a little bit too far. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. Okay, back up, please. There's no other lives in this level as well, which means I have to do, even if I do this, I have to do the next bit without being hit. Alright, let's just concentrate on the timing of this. Just gonna come up and down. It's about now? Nope. Oh no, I got it, okay. There's sometimes these can sync up in a way where you just automatically grab the next one. I don't know if it's this. It doesn't look like it's gonna be this. But sometimes it's like you don't want to jump the first time, because sometimes it will just do the jump for you. It's really strange. Oh, this timing's horrendous. I went... I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that. We can get the refs to look at that? Thought I was close. Okay, well that's further than I thought I would ever get on Baby Bart. That's further than I ever thought I would get. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, good job. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Or Rob. You made it look so easy. It's not easy. I can tell you that. There's just like, yeah, there's just real discipline with the diaper chute and the jumps that you gotta do. Opinion on the Simpsons movie. I really like the Simpsons movie. I remember seeing it in the cinema with a load of friends. This was back then when we would all get on a bus and go to the next town over because there wasn't one in our town. And I remember being like a little bit disappointed at the time, but I think it holds up really well. Like, I think it looks great. It's like funny, and I think that's the important thing. The thing I get out of The Simpsons the most is that it's funny, and I think it's a funny show. So having a film based on it and having that be funny, for me, that's a massive box ticked. Is it, again, it's still not quite as good as I would like it. That the last act is a little bit rough, but it's funny and it's enjoyable and it looks good and I like the jokes, and so I think it's good. I quite enjoy it. Should have gone with the Mega Drive version. Well, yes. I kind of deliberately didn't for this very reason. I was like, well, if I'm going to play Virtual Bar, I got to show it off in its full. If I'm going to make a bold statement in a video saying this is the worst game I've ever beaten, I gotta bring it. You know, I gotta show that off. I gotta show what it's all about. So I kind of intentionally played the worst version, although I wouldn't normally do that. Okay, if I can get the corn dog, that would be great. So I'm just going to close my eyes again because timing it doesn't seem to work. Okay. All right, Pig Bart. This one is I think this is the easiest of the platforming levels. It's just like every other level in this game. It's so easy to just like die. It's like super punishing in not a fun way. Although get ready for some banging music. I decided not to play the music in isolation for the video for this level. Because it kind of got to the point when I was writing the video for Virtual Bart where it was just like, all of this music is terrible. Like, I'll just share the highlights. I'll just share the absolute worst of the music, but that doesn't mean the rest of the music isn't just as terrible. I like playing the version that presumably made it first. Hold on. I think playing the version that was presumably first is fair. Yeah, I agree. Like, this is what they put out originally. And I think it was yourself, Rob, or Robert, who talked about this idea of like, surely the devs didn't intend, this is not what the devs intended necessarily, like with the Baby Bart section. And I think you're right, because again, some of those changes they made for the Genesis Mega Drive version, you can kind of see there was that real effort to try and make it better. That jump is actually really awkward, by the way. That's why I was bouncing like 10 times, because that jump is quite terrible. Oh, I could have just jumped across, couldn't I? But yeah, I feel like this is probably the version most people played as well. Because the SNES was more popular in America than the Mega Drive. Although in the UK, the Mega Drive outsold the SNES. Fun fact. So you're more likely, like when I was growing up, I'd seen a ton of Mega Drives and I'd played Sonic and Sonic 2 and stuff, but I'd never played a Super Nintendo growing up because you just didn't really see them. I knew one person with a Super Nintendo and that was it, and I never got to play it, which made me sad. So I'm assuming most people played this SNES version. Okay, the blue key is over here. Okay, the key's here. Yeah, this part of the level, it's not difficult. Like, it's not difficult, it's just pretty tedious. You just have to go from point A to point B and find the key, then go back and ride on this, and then... Oh, I went the wrong way. I meant to go here. And then open the cage, and then go back over there and ride this lift again. It's all good stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to bring up while I was streaming. I don't think so. I mean, I guess I'll say once again thank you to everyone who left a comment on that video. That was really, really appreciated. The Virtual Bart video is the Simpsons video that has the most comments on, period. Like, that's the most commented video, which was really cool to see. Because it's got the least amount of views, but it's got the most comments, so it's super cool. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so there's a life over here. This jump is really awkward, and I've messed it up. Well, let's get the key first. I feel like I'm getting out of breath. Am I just that out of shape? Maybe it's just because I'm playing a pig level. Okay, there we go. So now we can drop down. Oh, I messed it up. If you can drop down from there and unlock this cage. Did I? Oh, let's just jump down here. It's almost worse it's not difficult because it means your time is just being wasted. Yeah, exactly. Completely. That's really how I felt with Pig Bart. Like, each attempt you play it, you're like, well, I can get through this. It's just not really that fun. And I definitely had that thought, and I think I talked about in the video about this idea of the structure of this game. You know, how this game is structured. And if it would have been better if it was more linear. And I kind of think it would have been. I can't say that for sure, but I just have this idea in my head, like, what if this was a linear game where you just played it level to level, and maybe there's like passwords for each mini game or something, right? So you don't have to do it all in one. Like, imagine how cool that would kind of be, right? Like, if you are if you beat a level and then suddenly you get this like crazy 3D level like Mount Splashmore, right? You beat Dino Bart and then just around the, you know, you beat it for the first time, and then it allows you to go to the next level and it's like a 3D level. You'll be like, this is really cool. Like, that to me seems like a much better way of doing it, rather than what it currently is, which is just like, well, you can play them from the menu. They all kind of suck. Sorry about that. Okay, this is probably the okay, that's fine. I was about to say that's the trickiest jump in the level, but I guess the game decided to prove me right. Stopped me from even saying it, which is great. Why are the Simpsons yellow? That's actually I think I know the answer to that, because it's in Mike Reiss's book. So Mike Reiss is a longtime writer and producer and all that good stuff on The Simpsons. And in his book, Springfield Confidential, oh my god, how did that not land? How did that not land? Come on. Okay, that was my fault. Okay, we'll grab this life. Bar is starting to slip all over the place, which does not feel great. But yeah, in Mike Reiss's book, someone who, long-term person for The Simpsons, someone who's been there since the beginning. He actually talks about a story where he was giving a lecture and one of the people said, why are the Simpsons yellow? And he was like, I don't know why the Simpsons are yellow. So he then like apparently went and looked it up and spoke to people. So how did I miss that jump? Maybe it's because I'm trying to tell this story at the same time. I don't know. Apparently playing games and talking at the same time is difficult. Strange. Long story short, it's because the animators wanted to pick something that it was about replicating skin and the look of skin without actually being just white. Something like that. I would have to look. Oh no, that's bad. Okay, you don't want to do a bounce here. You want to do a normal, and then you're in. Easy. Right, I'm pausing for a second. This game is... You're not wrong, Rob. This game is bad for your health. I could go and get my copy of the book, but it's something like that. It's because it was an animation choice, a style choice to make it easy in terms of their skin. I can see the smaller levels being bonus games. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think that could be really fun bonus games. Like, you could do Mount Splashmore, I think, 3 times or something, or Doomsday Bart. You know, just make those short, quick games, do 3 different levels of those, take out the random stuff, make those be the short mini games that come up, and boom, there you go. You got 3 big levels that you can checkpoint properly. You know, you can actually make Dino Bart have proper checkpoints, or split that in 2, something like that. I feel like you could rearrange it in a way that would just make it more fun. So it's not just like Off you go, get a random one. Oh, you failed. Never mind. Oh, you died right at the end of Pig Bart? Well, screw you then, I guess. Why is Marge's hair so tall? Hello, Muck Luck. I don't know. Why don't you look it up? How about that? Some games did that transition like Earthworth Jim. Oh, I can't remember what I was talking about now. That's embarrassing. I can't remember what that's in reference to. Alright, I'll just keep playing. I'm sure it'll come to me. But no, this is another one of the sections where it's like, I can't believe they would have programmed it like this. It feels like this was not... It feels like this wasn't intentional. Like, I can't imagine this is how you're supposed to do it. So for those who don't... Or, yes. Like, it feels... Like, on the Genesis and Mega Drive, he just goes backwards and forwards, which feels like the way it's actually supposed to be. Like, of course he would be patrolling. Why wouldn't he be patrolling? But in this one, it's just like, no, you have to go all the way to the right to force him to go left? Like, what sense does that make? And also something that I didn't... Oh, I missed that. Something I also didn't mention. If you're not all the way on the right here, he can actually hit you when you're waiting for the button, which is very irritating. I mean, at the very least, he doesn't really do much damage to you, so it's actually not that big of a deal if you get hit. So, like, it's fine, but it's like the rest of Pig Bart, where it's like, just because it's beatable doesn't mean it's fun. Oh, the normal level. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, totally. 100%. Like, Sonic did that, right? Like, you know, lots of games were doing that. They weren't making full 3D games. They would just have these, like, little fun 3D mini games in the game itself. And that seemed like a really sensible way of doing it. But for some reason, Virtual Bart decided to... Oh, he didn't bugger off. Virtual Bart decided not to do that for some reason, which I just don't understand. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, hold on, I'm missing stuff here. What's your opinion on Rayman and Mega Man? I really, really like Rayman. As a kid, I played a lot of Rayman 2. I was actually hanging out with a friend the other day and we started talking about Rayman quite a bit. Because I remember me and him being so, like, excited for Rayman 3 coming out. I think I got that for my birthday in 2003, I want to say. But me and my friends would, like, play Rayman M all the time. Like, that was a complete staple of our sleepovers for a little bit there. Just a lot of Rayman M. And then Rayman 3 was a really big deal. I love Rayman Origins. I love Rayman Legends. So I absolutely love Rayman. Mega Man, I'm a little bit on and off with. I've played the first 3 games on the Wii Virtual Console. Oh, I think I've done that now. I think that's 5. And then I've played some of the X games, but I like them but don't love them. They just kind of frustrate me a bit too much. And I didn't grow up with them, so I just don't have that nostalgia for them. So it's like, I like them, but I don't love them. Okay, so I can just bounce up here. Just crazy to me, I like the way the rest of this level's designed, and this, like, some of this stuff in the furnace is just, like, completely fine. The idea you can actually skip platforms is crazy. Okay. I'm just gonna go. We're fine. Just keep jumping. Then you want to go jump left. So if you don't go to the left, it's very easy to just fall into that lava pit, which is pretty cool. Oh, I thought I was going to miss that. Actually, I kind of do want to miss it. Go on, drop down there, get sapped, that's fine. Oh no, oh no. Okay, that's not so much. I almost landed on that last platform, and if I did, that actually would have been pretty amazing. Okay, there's something really weird about this section, right? If you saw that health in the top right, that health at first is a life, but then if you die and respawn, it turns into health instead of a life. And as far as I'm aware, it's the only item in the entire game that works that way. It's the only item in all of Virtual Bar that starts out as a life, but then for whatever reason, upon dying, it turns into health instead, which is completely backwards. Okay, oh no, I got sapped. Okay. Ah, no! I thought it was on the left. I went a little bit left there instead of right, and that was enough. That was enough to do it. This is another section where, like, if you watch people who really know this game play it, they can just drop down with, like, perfect timing and basically skip all of this. But, oh no. Ah! That was bad. Okay. 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 That's not great. But we get to watch this creepy cutscene, so there we go. There we go, everybody. Let's catch up on chat. What is the joke of Bart Simpson? I don't know. Is this a joke? I'm not too sure. I had this Simpsons Rainy Day Fun book where she uses just one bobby pin to do it. How much can I trust a book like that for Simpsons lore? Not sure, but it was a thing. No, let's say it's canon. We'll put it in the Springfield Historia. I think it can go in. The X games are definitely an acquired taste. Yeah, I think they're really cool. And I think if I played them when I was a kid, I would have loved them. But going back to them, it's like... Yeah, I don't know. I like them, but I don't love them. What's your opinion on Donkey Kong, Wario, Yoshi, Kirby, Conker? Okay. Donkey Kong, I like the Donkey Kong Country games, but... Yeah, that's kind of about it. Wario, he seems nice. Yoshi, I loved Yoshi as a kid. I made like a puppet of Yoshi at school once because they were like, today we're going to make puppets, like wooden puppets. So I decided to make one out of Yoshi, and I used to draw Yoshi all the time. And Yoshi Woody World is better than Yoshi's Island, in my opinion. Kirby, the only Kirby game I like is Forgotten Land, and Conker, I'm okay with Conker. I like that it's British, I guess, like me. But that's about it. I could never get into Mega Man. The platform is basic. I don't find the stream that fun. Yeah, that's... I kind of agree. Like, I think they're cool games, but I just don't think they've aged well. But if you're into them and you know those games, I think you really like those games. But I think getting into those games nowadays, especially with stuff like you're at the boss and you have to just like spend one life just trying different weapons to see what works, that... I always thought that was like a really not fun thing to do. Thoughts on jacket potatoes? Topping of choice? I don't really have jacket potatoes. If I'm... Okay, listen, alright? If I'm cooking potatoes, I'm mashing that bad boy. You know, if I'm cooking potatoes, right? If I don't have chips or something like that, I'm mashing that bad boy. That's where I'm going with it. That's how I want to eat my potato. Because a jacket potato, you just open it up and it becomes mash anyway. So let's just stop fooling ourselves, okay? And just let's mash the jackets. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if Virtual Bart was a different idea. Originally, some levels like Virtual, like Pig Thing, but the others... Yeah, I could totally see that. Although, like, it might have been something else, or it might have just been, like, a load of random ideas, right? I think someone in the comments for the Virtual Bart video was like, there's probably some ideas left over from Bart's Nightmare, and I think they're right. Like, it just feels like a random set of ideas that they just threw together and just like, we'll just spin Bart. Whatever, the kids will figure it out. Don't worry about it. Love the failed cutscenes, they're cute. Yeah, I agree. I really like the cutscenes. It's the best part of the game. I need to replay Woody World. What, they need to re-release Woody World? I still have my copy. Where is it? Over here? Yeah. I still have my copy of Woody World and my Wii U somewhere. It's a really cool game. I was really surprised by it. I would really love to replay that game. It's really cool. Okay. Let's close my eyes and hit A again. I don't think I've beaten a single minigame. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. Let's just do this again, I guess. If I can do it once, maybe I can do it twice. And this is why I made the point in the video itself, where it's like, it's not enough to just beat a hard section and like pat yourself on the back and be like, well done me, that was really difficult, it took many tries, but I did it, and I'm a cool person, and I feel good for doing it. It's like, no, you do it once, and then you play a different mini game like Pig Bart, you fall in the lava, you get a game over, and now here you are, same terrible music, same awful controls, just like it just is so defeating that this is kind of the punishment here. that you just have to go back to the hardest level. Luckily for me, that didn't happen too many times, but like just experiencing this now, so I don't want to play this. Who wants to play this? I don't want to play this. I'm not happy about it, but I guess it's another chance to actually beat it, but oh well. I actually kind of can't believe I haven't beaten a single minigame yet. If I get Doomsday Bart, I should be able to beat that, I think. That one's not too bad. And I did get a little bit unlucky with Mount Splashmore. Get out of here, squirrels. Come on. If I can not lose a life in this section, then that would be a... God, I hate that squirrel so much. It's just insane that it follows you for that long. Absolutely insane. Alright, well there goes all my health, so that's pretty cool. Go away, Frisbee, go away, go away, go away. I can grab this. Oh, I hit the wrong button! Oh, I hit the wrong button. I was so obsessed with the Frisbee that I hit A instead of B to jump. Because that's another thing about this section. You have to jump between them. You have to hit B to go up and down. For those who were here at the beginning of the stream, well, remember when I said I didn't want to make this just a stream complaining about Virtual Bart? Well, that's gone out the window. This game's made me all hot and bothered. I got so close to greatness, and I just failed. Then I got a game over. Now here I am, playing this awful level, and it makes me sad. Okay. That went much better. I do kind of like the way Bart just sometimes says no. Like, it's bad voice work, really. Like, it's really silly. But there are just times where it's just like, no. Especially because he's like a baby. Like, in a way, I'm glad they didn't do, like, specific baby clips for this level. But at the same time, it's a little bit silly. But it's just like Bart as in a... Oh, no, that's not good. But it's just like normal Bart being like, no. Ah, get out of here. Okay, let's try this again. Kearney killed himself straight away, so that's good, although now he's back. I really don't like the designs of those two babies. They really are quite... Yeah, just off. They're like super off. Like, Jimbo just doesn't look like Jimbo. Like, he's wearing the clothes, but it's like not even close. Kearney looks quite close, but he is bald. If you want a character to look like Kearney, just like make him bald and do a load of dots on his head. And there we go. There we go. You're done. Kearney, get off. Get the health. Go up, go down. Okay. I'm getting some very bad luck on this pram section. It's usually not this hard. Like, you can definitely get things happen. Because again, it's random. It is totally random the way they move, but I'm just getting very unlucky. I don't think I'm doing anything that wrong. They're going all over the place. And also, like, you might think, like, well, you can take them out, right? So why don't you just start attacking them, take them out early, and then you don't have to deal with them for the rest of the level? I would say that sounds like a really fun and cool game mechanic. But no, they just respawn. It doesn't matter if you take them out. A lot of the times they'll just come back. So it doesn't matter. Like, it's not worth risking you dying just to try and take them out, because if you go for them, there's a good chance that you just die yourself. Okay, let's just get straight into this. I've done it once, I can do it again. Okay, what time are we gonna get? Okay, that's fine. That looks okay to me. Going a little bit quick here. Okay. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Nope, never mind. I think I went a split second too early. Well, hello, Drunk Monk Show. Let me just pause to read your comment. Hey, I'm running errands, but just popped for a sec to say hi. Hope you're having a great stream. Thanks again for another fantastic Bart review of Virtual Bart. Thank you very much. It is going quite well. I am quite hot and bothered. I might take my hoodie off in a second. I put my hoodie on because it's November, so it's quite cold, but yeah, I'm all hot and bothered. But thank you very much. Thank you for dropping by and your lovely comment. Get chomped by a bar. Bear. No. I need to get like no sound effect, I think. I used to have like a little pad or stream. It wasn't a proper stream deck, but I used to have something to play sounds. I think I need to get that sound effect of Bart saying no, so I can just play that whenever, because it is quite pathetic. I only had X1 growing up, played the main Mega Man games after college. I thought they held up very well. I think if there's just a certain level of like getting into them that you have to do, and I think again, if I had grown up with them and I knew a lot of those secrets, I think I would find them super satisfying. But to me, I just liked them, but I didn't love them because I was going back. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. No, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. That's my fault. That's my fault. Can't blame the game for that one. So I want to go a little early here to try and force these two to be synced up. Yep, that's the timing I want. We go back again. Oh, I thought that was good timing. I actually thought that was good timing. That's a shame. So I'm going to try and go a little early. Normal jump, normal jump, normal jump. Yep, that's looking good. Normal jump, normal jump. Okay. Wait. Okay, that was good. Gotta wait till the last second diaper shoot. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, that's not good. Ah, that's not good. I should have gone. I should have jumped across there. All right, last try. Okay, I jumped a little bit late there, so this timing, yeah, that timing's a little bit awkward. But hopefully it's good enough. Oh yeah, that's actually really good timing. Diaper shoot. Wait. Diaper shoot. Just gonna go. Just gotta go. Diaper shoot. Oh no, I had to go. I had to go there. Okay. Made some good progress on that though. Got quite close. Part of me wishes I could make games so I could make a Virtual Bart remake. Yeah, can we get Virtual Bart in Unreal? Can we get the Simpsons Hit and Run guy? Can we contact him and say, hey, can you make Virtual Bart in Unreal? If you want views, let me tell you. Let me tell you a game that the algorithm just loves to share content about. Virtual Bart, that's right. Summoning Soul. Delete that Hit and Run video. We need the history of Virtual Bart speedrunning. It'd be a 10-second video saying nobody has submitted any runs for Virtual Bart, and then there we go. Get your sponsor read in, tons of money. It's gonna be great. Mega Man 3 was rushed. Yeah, I've heard that actually. I've seen enough like reviews and videos about Mega Man 3 that I've definitely heard that. I thought Mega Man 3 had some really cool parts to it, but there was also like some sections that, yeah, it felt rushed. Like there was one time where I think you're like flying over on Rush or something like that, and there's a load of pickups to get, but if you die, then the pickups don't respawn, which is just... Well, I know it's an old game and most people will just say that's just how it was, but to me that's just bad. Okay, closing my eyes, hitting A. Gonna have some water after that Baby Bart run.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, Doomsday Bart. I haven't played Dino Bart either. It's been like Baby Bart for most of this stream. God, who did I annoy? What did I do to deserve this? Hopefully I can beat this one. The general trick I find with this is that you just don't be afraid to like slow down, I guess. Like hit, we want to hit him. There we go. That's get the boost. Very nice. Okay, I want to slow down. Oh, nope. Jimbo, what are you doing? God, he does so much damage. There we go. Get the boost. Okay, nice. Okay, this is actually going very well so far. Okay, Kearney did not line up with where I wanted him to be. Although he should be one kick away. Is he not? Okay, there we go. Let's kill Jimbo. Oh, here's the bus. Okay. Luckily, the buses are quite nice in this version. In the Genesis, they're just so mean. Okay, hit him twice, so then we can go. That's a shame. I got the nitro boost. But basically, the nitro boost, you can like burn past enemies. But if you hit something while you're boosting, then it stops your boost. So ideally, you want to like kill someone, get the boost, so then you can just like skip a section almost. Okay, one more kick on Kearney. Yep. Didn't get the health, but that should be okay. Jimbo won't leave me alone. Jimbo, just give me some space. Okay, I hit Kearney there. What is going on? Kearney just keeps respawning. There we go. Let's go. Get out of the way, Jimbo. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. No, Jimbo. Jimbo, no. Okay, let's just kill these guys. Oh, man. Kearney. Okay, that's the end. That is the end. Guys, get out of the way. Don't touch me. Don't. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if I was speaking English at the end there, but there we go. That's a mini game. I actually beat one. First time. Finally. Yeah, again, it's like, it's a bit stressful, that one, but you just kind of gotta, like, the problem is, like, you kill an enemy and then just it instantly respawns. So you kind of have to go forward, but you also need to kill the enemies to get health, but you can't go too slow, so. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. So that's ideal as well, because it means if I'm down on 1 life, then that's 1 extra space that I can get the corn dog with. So I guess I want to go back to Baby Bart again. I think Baby Bart would be a good one to go back to. Although we haven't played Dino Bart yet, so I kind of want to give that one a go. So let's press the A somewhere near Doomsday Bart. So let's hit A now. Where are you going?
Oh no.
Okay, there we go. Nice. I didn't mean to do that, but okay, we'll take it. I actually kind of want to do the tomato one, to be honest. By the skin of your pants, I know. You don't have to tell me twice. And in a way, that is kind of the sign of a good minigame, right? Like, if you can just barely beat it, but actually still beat it, that's kind of cool, but Virtual Bart doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. It's more just stressful, more than anything. Remake Virtual Bart and write a book about it with the Taj Mahal on the cover. Yeah, Steve's right there. He's like, dude, I got a whole album of pictures from India. Don't you worry about it. I'm good to go. I still have that book. It's actually on my shelf. I've actually put it quite high on my shelf as well, because I was like, where am I gonna put? Like, I don't want to like throw it in a box, but where am I gonna put a 2019 republished guide of Virtual Bart? Like, where am I going to put that? Like, I don't want to display it, but like, I also want to keep it in good nick because I think it is a cool little thing. But like, what do you do? You know, I'm just sitting there with this guide in my hands with this picture of India on it. I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I ended up like shoving it. I think that's, yeah, there's like an amiibo in front of it, just so it doesn't get like lost or anything, because I still think it's quite cool. Okay, let's do this jump without dying, please. Okay. No idea why that jump is so hard, but it is. Mega Man 3 also had debug... Oh no, I didn't get the key. Debug codes left in them. Could use them by plugging the second controller. Oh, that's cool. That was always something like super cool with Sonic 2. Like, I just remember like the idea of that was like kind of hard to, as a kid, it was hard to even like fully understand. Like, what is, I can just go and make enemies wherever I want to put enemies? This is really strange. I didn't really like spend much time with the Sonic 2 debug. It was mostly just like, I'm gonna put like as many badniks in one place as possible, and then there we go, that's me. I've had fun. So it was just filling the first level with as many badniks as possible, and then killing them in like one. That was my fun. God, this level was so boring. I should probably kill this clown. Okay, there we go. It's interesting, in the Genesis version, they actually like got rid of the gap at the bottom of this. Like, they didn't really change the level design all that much, but like one of the few things they did change was like where the lift was, they actually like filled in that gap. So you could kind of see how like much they did try with the Genesis version. Like it's surprising the amount of things they changed. And I always find it surprising when I'm like reviewing these Simpsons games and I'm looking up the differences. Whenever I look up like magazine reviews, because I find them like really interesting to read, all the magazine reviews always say like, there's not much difference between the two versions. And then I play it and I'm like, what are you talking about? This is like so different. There's definitely a good and bad version of this game. Like the Genesis one is definitely better here. And like with Bart's Nightmare, like they just made a ton of changes. Like they totally went in and changed a load of stuff. So I always find it interesting that like back in the day, kids were just kind of recommended, like they were just told like, yeah, it's the same game. But then you look at reviews for that game back in the day, like Bart's Nightmare, and the review scores were lower, but they were also saying it's like the exact same game, so there's no real differences. It's really weird. It always kind of surprises me. I think it kind of shows how like surface level and almost basic like magazine reviews back then. Like I think when I was growing up they were a little bit better, but whenever I go back and read some of this stuff, it'll be like 200 words and there's just not much they really say about it's like basic description stuff about the game and then just saying, yeah, it's quite fun, or no, it's not great. And it's actually a lot. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Not much you can really do with that. Okay, where do I want to bounce? I do really want to go for that extra life. I think it would be handy. It's just not really worth it. So in the Genesis version, you can skip this bit by just bouncing here and going to the platform on the left. Like you don't have to do any of this because it's, I don't know. It just gives you a little bit more bounce, I guess. Oh, look at that. That was a hell of a shortcut. I didn't even mean to do that. And I've just fallen off. And I'm probably gonna, yep, and I've just died. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh yes, the magazine that said Bart vs. Space Mutants was better. Like, oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Like, it's insane some of these takes. Like, and that was not uncommon as well. Like, Bart vs. the Space Mutants at the time actually reviewed quite well, which I find really surprising. Like, really surprising. Because it was also one of those, like, when you kind of read reviews around that time, there really was this perception that Simpsons games weren't very good. Like, it was kind of this thing. But at the time, Space Mutants got reviewed really well. But then you read the reviews for, like, Bart vs. the World, and they're all like, just another terrible Simpsons game. You know the... Oh my god. Go back. You know the drill, people. We've been here before. Just like the last one, this one isn't very good. But it's like... But all of you said it was really good. What are you talking about? You put Bart on the cover of your magazine and gave it like a 90 out of 100. And now you're just trying to say like, no, we all agreed it wasn't good. It's really bizarre. Which is why one thing that I think is really cool about YouTube and what YouTube kind of changed in terms of what it meant to review games. Like, I think there's a reason why people really like retrospectives, because game reviews for the longest time how have I done that every time? But game reviews for the most part was like consumer advice. It was like, we have a magazine full of stuff, you are going to a shop with your money, should you buy this game? And that's all it really was. So something like a Super Mario 64 was always going to review really well, which I think is fair enough. But in terms of like an actual dissection of what the game is and what the game is all about, and I think there's like just so much more you can do there. And I think that's why like retrospectives and reviews on YouTube started to get popular, because it was like, no, you can totally spend 2 hours talking about Super Mario 64 and stuff like that. There's like stuff to go over here. It's not as simple as just like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It definitely is not that simple. Which is why I think the Simpsons games, there's just not been enough people who have done that. That's fine, just kill me. That's fine. That's okay. That's fine. But this is 100% what I meant by like the collision I don't like it. It's just one of those where like I don't know if the collision is bad or if it's just a case of. I think it's just the graphics. Like the graphics just. Okay, we're still alive. That's fine. The graphics just are not suitable for a platformer, and you just go through platforms like that. I'm surprised Sega never made a Sonic level creation game, but the point fans just made entire games from scratch. Yeah. Is Sonic the most, in terms of fan games, is it fair to say that Sonic the Hedgehog has the most fan games ever? If I had to put money on it, I would put money on Sonic. There is such a huge fan base and the fans were dissatisfied for so long that yeah, it's completely insane. Like any sort of channel on YouTube that talks about Sonic games, at some point, they're going to recommend you like a fan game. Maybe Sonic Streams Collection is one you shouldn't play, but you know, they'll recommend you something good as well. Oh god, these jumps are horrible. Okay, jump there. I'm gonna grab that extra life because we desperately need it. Because I am not doing very well at this freezer. Either Sonic or Mega Man. Yeah, I can see Mega Man. There was the Mega Man Street Fighter fan game, right? That Capcom said, that's ours now. And we're gonna publish it for you. So I guess when a fan game becomes a real game, although I guess Sonic Mania was a little bit like that, wasn't it? Like gaming in the Clinton years. Yeah, those videos are great. Those videos are great. Again, it's just the idea that anyone would take that stuff seriously. It's crazy. Okay, right. I just need to get out of this room. Like, this room isn't crazy hard. It's just like, it's so easy to do stuff like that. I think it's because I've been holding the D-pad for too long. My thumb's starting to get a bit sore. Because you have to hold up and then left and right, and you have to like very awkwardly go side to side to make these jumps. Oh, I thought I could have made that. I can make that though. There we go. Okay, don't rush. I'm gonna go up here and just wait. Okay. Jump, and then jump, and in we go. Okay. Easy peasy. YouTube definitely isn't much better when it comes to tangents. I'm glad we're over the point of people trying to copy it. Yeah, I 100%. Like, it was... Yeah, like, that was just tiring. Like, that was... At a certain point, that was not people trying to make interesting videos about... video games and have interesting discussion about video games. It was... Any guy with a camera wants to do the funny face and swear into the camera about bad games. Like, it wasn't really like it just wasn't that. Like, it just was, I guess, like, it's totally fine for someone to play a game and not like it, but I think a lot of that stuff was more trying comedy first. Maybe that's the wrong approach, but it was people trying to like make their own mini films and trying to do their own little thing. And some of them made it work, but yeah, again, it wasn't really about trying to fill the hole that like traditional media, you know, had left. It was more just like, hey, we can do this now. I can say poopy stuff on the internet and be all mad about it. Ha ha ha, good times. So I very much agree. I'm glad we're kind of over that. Now it's all about the 2-hour reviews. Well, that's what the kids want. Well, maybe not, but oh well. That's what I'm making. Sonic Mania, I think, was primarily designed by headcanon, but did have direct input. Yeah, but that was like, yeah. I think that was people from the community, though, wasn't it, right? It was community people getting that step forward to actually be able to make games. Oh, I keep looking at chat, so I keep missing this. On the Genesis, this takes like so long to do for the hook to come across that you actually have to wait there for ages. Okay. I'm going a little bit late. I'm going to pay attention and I'm going to get this pig up and then I'll read chat. Beautiful. Yeah, Force Anger is so cringy game reviews. Give me pure unadulterated. Yeah, I'm more about the sadness. I think the sadness and the misery is very underrated when it comes to video game reviews. It's not about getting mad, it's about losing. It's about being sad about it and telling everyone how sad and miserable you are. That's what people want. Oh, I shouldn't con then. I'm not being very careful in this section, but you genuinely don't really have to be. As long as you don't just like keep running at the guy, he will give you plenty of space. Well, not then, but you know what I mean. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna have to... We'll just power through. I think I'm nearly done with these pigs. At least I hope so. If not, then I'll go grab the health. No, everything will be fine. Damn it. I used to watch X play on G4 as a kid, and going back to those reviews is painful. Yeah, there was something really... I remember being a kid and, you know, I think X Play's American, I want to say. Might be wrong. But there was something like super cool about any sort of TV show that talked about video games. Like actually seeing video games on a TV show, to me, just completely blew my mind. Because it just didn't feel like that. It just didn't feel like a mainstream thing. I guess especially not as a kid who had an N64. PlayStation maybe, but not N64. But generally speaking, like, yeah, you just didn't see it that much. I still remember as a kid, there was like a BBC show, and they had like a consumer fight back sort of section. It was something like that. It was like some sort of like, hey, you're a kid, did you get screwed over by a company or something? We'll go and fight your cause. And I remember like there was one section where it was a kid saying like, my Dreamcast broke. And then they were like reached out to Sega to be like, yeah, this Dreamcast broke, I don't know. And like they helped get the kid's money back because he had a Dreamcast that didn't work. And I always thought that was really cool. But just the idea of it, because again, it wasn't like I don't think it was like a gaming show. It was supposed to be like a kid's advice show. Okay, jump across there. Or don't. Or we don't have to jump across there, actually. I'm finding these jumps really difficult. I'm just not quite getting there. Maybe that's... Oh no, I've got 0 lives. I was going to say maybe I'll just try jumping all the way down and hope I get lucky. But that probably wouldn't work. Like, you can get the exact timing down here where you don't need to do this platforming at all. But it's really hard to do. Okay, well, Pig Bart's not going very well today, but that's fine. Sonic got hit with that really bad because 2000 games were pretty rough and they came out around the time where minor issues had people making googly eyes. Yeah, exactly. Like, yes, Sonic 06 is a bad game, right? That's totally fine. We're all on the same page about that, but I don't need you to kind of scream about it. I remember there was a... I try not to watch videos about Simpsons games until I've reviewed them myself because I just don't want that overlap. But I remember there was a really old video I found of someone reviewing Krusty's Funhouse. After I put out my review, I just decided, hey, I'm curious to see what other people said. And it was just someone just saying it was boring over and over again. And again, it was like an old video. The guy seemed kind of young. You give the, you know, I'm not going to slag him off or anything. But the whole video was just him saying, I think this game is boring. And he just kept saying the word boring and boring and boring and over again. Which I'm assuming is very AVGN inspired. Not because he did that, but, you know, in terms of, I'm going to put myself in front of a camera and just be mean about a video game. So he just kept saying it was boring. He was like, okay, well, I find this video boring. Dislike. No, I didn't do that, but that's what it felt like. Lots of Sonic games had their issues where the internet blew up. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's still a lot of cool things about Sonic, and some of those games definitely deserve to be criticized. It just, I think it's what XJ Luna said. Like, it just, Sonic was bad at probably the worst time to be bad, because it was just very easy for people to jump on and ride that train while making those type of angry boy videos. Speaking of Let's Plays and video game channels, have you seen Game Center CX? I have not seen that, I'm afraid. Are they any good? I'm assuming they are, but no, I haven't heard of those, fortunately. I'm gonna have some water because my voice is going. But let's see if we can do Dino Bart. Dino Bart is the only minigame I haven't played on this stream, which is crazy because I've been streaming for 1 hour and 40 minutes and I haven't played Dino Bart once. Not intentionally, it's just never come up. I'll just press A and see what we get. Oh, good. Okay, good. Cool. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, that's cool. Okay, at least we're just straight into this section. Okay, that was a really bad jump. Not feeling too good about this. I'll jump back and see what we can do, but this feels very off. It's like I'm wearing my shoes on the wrong feet. That's what this feels like. Well, it seems to be going okay. Oh my god. What do I do? What do I... Come on. Come on, come on. Ah! That should have been it! That should have been it! Should have been it. That felt really off, but it kind of was working. Just that timing on that jump was insane. But I just didn't feel like I could have jumped back to the other one in time to make it all sync up nicer. Okay, I fell off there. That's not great. Okay, let's go. I'm doing a quiet run. See what happens. Ah! Ah! I hit it! 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 I swear I hit it. Oh well. I'm actually not too bad at that. Like, I know I've only beaten it once on stream, but I'm actually okay with that. I've done better than I thought I would. I just want to beat one of the other minigames. Unleash has serious issues, but it did not deserve 4 out of 10. That Sonic buy still lingers to this day. Completely agree. I remember playing Sonic Unleashed and thinking, like, those daytime levels are so cool that even if the Werehog ones aren't great, I just don't care, because those levels are so fun. And it's such a cool game, and it looks amazing, and the soundtrack's amazing, and that opening cutscene's amazing. There's like, it doesn't deserve like a high score, but I think there's enough positive that I could recommend it to any Sonic fan, definitely. I've just spent far too long looking for that Kids Advice show on CBBC, since I have vague memories of it too. It was Short Change! Yeah, that's gotta be it. I would need to look it up myself to confirm, but yeah, that's gotta be it. Yeah, again, it was like this weird studio, I think. Where it was like, yeah, for what I remember in my head, it was this weird studio. I would have to look it up. But now that I know it's called Short Change, I can do that. I also remember there was one gaming show on British TV that I remember that I can't remember the name of it, but I remember they gave you tips, and one of the tips was about Ratchet and Clank, and they were like, hey guys, if you zip and if you use the hook shot on this section and don't hit the ground, you'll get a skill point. And I was like, that looks really cool. I don't have Ratchet and Clank. I want that game. And I did end up getting it, and I love Ratchet and Clank. Okay, Dino Bart. If I don't get Dino Bart this playthrough, I might just have to boot up practice mode, just so I can actually play it on stream today. Okay, Tomato one. Okay. I've got checkpoints in Pig Bart, and I've got a checkpoint in Baby Bart as well, so this playthrough is actually going okay, even though I've only beaten one minigame. But if I can do this and then get one of the corn dogs, I don't think it would actually be that bad. Okay, that was bad. Oh, I'm just completely off with my timing now. Yeah, completely off. Let's try and settle back down a bit. Let's go for Martin. Okay, never mind. No, that wouldn't have worked. There we go, right in the head. No, a little bit too late. Oh, there we go. See, that's the homing property. Because I don't think that... Oh, my throat. I don't think that should have hit, but I'll take it. There we go, very nice. Take that white shirt. Get that kid in the back. Bit too high. I'm trying to think if there's any more gaming shows I can remember. Again, they just felt like such a crazy thing to actually see on TV. Even video game adverts, like I don't remember that many video game adverts. Like there was a ton out there for video games for sure. Like you can easily go on YouTube and find a ton of different like adverts and commercials for video games. But when I was growing up, I don't remember it being that common. Not on UK TV. Like you definitely had them, but it felt from what I remember, it was a little bit rare. That might just be because I was like an N64 GameCube kid in the UK where that stuff just wasn't as popular. So maybe it was more just like there might have been stuff for like, get Medieval 2, idiots. But I wouldn't have really cared about that. No, that's a shame. This kid's walking really slowly, so I kind of have to hope to get lucky here. But I want to try and get Skinner. Stop, Skinner. Stop. I didn't mention this in the review, but if you can hit him when he's like down... Oh, never mind. When you can hit him when he's like tying his shoes and wiggling his butt, then you get extra time. Which I think is a direct reference to Duffless. Because in the episode Duffless, he is bending down and wiggling his butt in the very same way. So I guess it was someone's job to recreate the butt wiggling of Skinner into video game form. So somebody did it, and they did a good job. All the things I could say about Virtual Bart, it's a good butt wiggle from Skinner. This isn't very friendly. Ah, that was almost amazing. These kids are moving suspiciously slow. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, not so much. This song is crazy. Hey, Ralph? Nope. I don't really know who to go for. I guess we'll go for Ralph. Nope, he's too quick for me. Beautiful. God, Ralph is just... I swear his speed is changing all the time. Oh, look at that. Now he's going super quick. Okay, I'll leave Ralph alone. Who should I go for then? Guess this kid over here? No. Let's go for Martin. There we go. Ah. Kind of running out of time here. This has not gone very well. Spent too much time going for Ralph. He was just all over the place. There we go. Oh my god, I got super lucky on that. Okay, too bad. See, like now this kid's going super quick. So it's almost like, yes, you can get the super quick kids, but then they just like choose another one to suddenly be really quick. It's quite annoying. No, that's no good. There we go. Here comes Millhouse, just burning it up the field. I'm now just concentrating, I won't lie to you. Oh, I thought I could at least get that kid. Oh, alright, nice. Not a bad attempt. Not a bad attempt. Just very out of practice. There's like the timing, there's a real rhythm and timing to that. It's not impossible, you just got to really get into it. Game Center CX predates a lot of Let's Plays. Oh, interesting. It's a show on Japanese TV where comedian Arino challenges a game and tries to beat it. That's really interesting. I'll have to go check that out. It sounds a lot better than other stuff from around that time, for sure. The only Sonic game I've played that I don't at least kind of like is the Game Gear version of Sonic Spinball. Well, that's a very good choice for games not to like. I wasn't really a big fan of the Mega Drive version, to be honest. But I played that when I was a kid, and it was kind of like, you play Sonic 1, you like it, you play Sonic 2 and you like it, and then it's just, Sonic Spinball was just that weird one where Sonic looked different and he didn't control right, and it was hard and it was frustrating. So I don't know, maybe I should go back and play Sonic Spinball, but I remember not really liking it. when I was younger. By the time I got into X-Play, it didn't even air that much anymore. G4 mostly aired reruns of Cops. Oh, that's sad. He doesn't wiggle his butt. And Hit and Run, so games gotta have... Well, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, if Hit and Run had the butt wiggle, you know, get that in a cutscene, get it in 3D, get it shaken, get some music over the top, then I think we would be onto a winner. But I think you're right. I think Hit and Run, people don't talk about it, but not a lot of butts. It should be called Butt and Run, or Hit and Butt, whichever one you want. Sadly not. True, but Homer wiggles his butt, so it almost evens out. Well, yeah, I guess so. It depends what you're into. I won't judge. Definitely recommend Takashi's Challenge episode of Game Center. Oh, I used to watch that quite a bit. If you wanted to know Let's Play on television with a cube project, it's good. That sounds really interesting. That sounds super interesting. I think I will check that out. I think I do want to check that out for sure. Okay, so I haven't played Dino Bart, so I guess I'm going to do one last attempt here. One last playthrough. See how far I can get. The main thing I want to do is just play Dino Bart though, because it just hasn't come up at all. Which is a little bit frustrating, because I don't want to go into practice mode and play it, because I don't like Dino Bart. I don't like this game. So I don't want to play Dino Bart. It just seems a bit lame to be streaming a game for nearly 2 hours, and one of the 6 minigames just never comes up. Okay, let's go now. Okay, map splash wall. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if I can do a little bit better this time. If I can, then that's a really good start to the playthrough. But you never know. There you go. Okay, better start already. Okay, pink. So... Alright, this is a lot better. 2 clocks straight away? That's crazy. Okay, green, so that could be left or right. It's on the right. But that is one thing I do really like about this minigame. And I mentioned it in the review. I do really like that it's just such a direct reference, right? Like, and that's what I don't understand about Virtual Bar. If you're going to do 6 random ideas, like, there was enough episodes of The Simpsons and stuff that happened in those episodes that you could have made them, all the minigames, be something like this. Just be something, just make it a direct reference, you know? Just make it so it's something recognizable to Simpsons fans. Even if it's not a very, you know, even if it's more obscure, just make it something tied to the show. But when you do something, well, that's not good. But when you do something like Dino Bite, it's like, well, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Why would I watch this? Or why would I play this? At least something like this, it's like, yeah, awesome, Mount Splashmore. Homer gets stuck in a pipe. That's hilarious. It's a great episode, brushed with greatness. I watched that episode again when I was making that review, and it's such a good one. Ringo Starr just... I'm British, and I used to live in Liverpool for a time, but even that, so I am used to the Liverpudlian accent, but there's just something about Ringo Starr and the way he talks. It's just hilarious. I just love the way he talks. It's so good. Okay. I'm quite low on time. Really need to get that clock. I'm full health though. Oh, well, not anymore, but doing really well on health, and I've only gone down 1 wrong pipe. So it's just going to come down to the clocks and Blinky, I think. But so far, this is actually going very well. You almost sometimes have to like bait enemies, so you kind of have to like go to the left and then go to the right, and that like... Because I swear sometimes they hone in towards you. So it feels like you just need to bait them a little bit. Oh my god, look at that! That was beautiful! That was really good! You get the clock, very nice. Nope, that's not so nice. Nope. Stop hitting stuff. Nope, stop it. Pink. Okay. So far, so good. Green, beautiful. Okay, and I'm so good on health. I'm not used to, like, getting to... I'm not used to that happening. That was amazing. I'm usually, like, almost dead by the time I get to the end of that. That went really well. But also funny, I remember X-Play was extended play and it was on... Okay, yeah, I definitely need to watch that for sure. Instead of being strapped to a VR machine, Bart gets strapped to a therapist chair and forced to relive his worst memories. That is a way better idea, right? You got the therapist or the teacher person from the show. He's actually in this game because he's the guy from the Dino Bart cutscene. Just have him talking about stuff and just make it all about the episodes. That's what people want to play, right? You know. Anyway. Okay, well that's a good start. Let's see if we can get Dino Bart. Okay, Doomsday. All right. God, if this ends up being a playthrough, I actually beat this game. That's going to be a bit insane. Although no playthrough in this game is a potential, I could beat this game until you beat Baby Bart. The first thing you need to do to even consider feeling like you can beat the game is beat Baby Bart. Until Baby Bart has been beaten, any playthrough can just die. One thing I did find interesting about this game is the amount of people that had different opinions in terms of what the difficult games were. I'm not sure, some people said Baby Bart was hard, but I feel like there were people that I remember reading talking about Dino Bart being harder, which is kind of fair enough. Whatever minigame you find hard is a minigame that you find hard. I just feel like, even though Dino Bart has problems, Baby Bart is just a little broken. There's nothing in Dino Bart that's as broken as Baby Bart is. So I find the idea of that, to me, they're just not even on the same level. But again, everyone's different, so I don't want to judge too much. I just find it interesting that some people kind of see it that way. Okay, 2 lots of health and a boost. If I can get the boost. I guess I got the boost and just boosted straight into them. That's kind of annoying. Okay, we're doing okay. Bit low on time. Could really do with a bus spawning, just so they leave me alone. Okay, slow down. Oh, man, I wasn't able to hit anyone. Okay, get the boost. Let's go. Very nice, very nice. What I will say about Doomsday Bart, it's kind of interesting that this is all purple, but the Genesis one just looks way better in my opinion. And I don't really think it's that close. This it's just a bit weird. Why is it purple? Well, that's very disappointing. That is very disappointing. I'm kind of surprised Miss Bots wasn't used more. She was in space. Yeah. She's on the cover of... Well, she's in House of Weirdness as well. If you're talking about the Babysitter Bandit, right? She's on the cover for House of Weirdness, and she is actually in House of Weirdness as well. She's in the basement. But she's just in one room. She just goes back and forth, and you take her out, and then you're done. But you would have thought, in this era of Simpsons, that she would have been shown up a little bit more. I agree. Yeah, and Sideshow Bob, yeah. I mean, I guess a lot of these games are just not villain games, right? They just decided that they just didn't do villains that much. You would have some bosses here and there, but Krusty's Funhouse didn't really have that. House of Weirdness kind of did. Space Mutants had the bosses. Bart vs. the World with Mr. Burns. Well, his foreign relatives, I suppose. What else am I missing? Bart's Nightmare didn't really do villains. They just didn't really do villains, so I guess it's more of a case of they just decided not to go that way. Oh cool, an extra life. Nice. I forgot Sideshow Bob was the final boss. Yeah, it's you just kind of forget, don't you? Wasn't that memorable? No! 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 Come on! Oh, that music! Oh, that's horrible. I just want to play Dino Bart, which is not a sentence I ever thought I would say, but that's all I want. Is that so wrong? Okay, let's go back. Let's do this. Okay. I'll just keep playing Baby Bart until... I sure hope the stream doesn't break. No, it's fine. Jump up. I mean, if I can do the seals again, that'd be really cool, but I still haven't been able to get past the circus, so... If I can't get past the circus, then Although I think the problem with the circus last time is that I got to the circus with like no lives. And I was able to get 1 life, which I then lost on the first section. And then like I had to do the whole level basically with no lives. So like if I can do the sealable section and still have a few lives left over, then I think I can do the circus. I just think the main problem, because it isn't as hard as the seal section. It just isn't. Oh no, hit the wrong button. Oh, that squirrel, that bloody squirrel.
No.
If I can get past this. You die. There we go. God, I keep hitting the wrong button. I think my brain's breaking. Okay, so far so good. Although this isn't the difficult part. Just something you gotta get through. Go away. Because I did, like, this is the part where I lose lives the most. So, when I was making the review, I wrote in the script how, like, it's possible to have 6 lives. It's possible to not die in Baby Bart at all and have 6 lives once you get to the seal section. But then I checked the footage and I was like, I never did that. That never happened. In all my playthroughs of the game, I never did that. So I was like, well, I want footage showing that you can have 6 lives by the time you get to the ball section. So I booted up the game and I started playing it and I practiced this bit until I could do it at least once without dying so I could grab the footage. Obviously I'm still a little bit rusty. Well, I'm out of practice, but it took me ages to do. Okay, I've had some really bad luck with this section today. And it continues. And it continues. I don't remember dying this much on this section, to be honest with you. So I don't think I did. It's not that difficult. It's just very easy to get unlucky. So I guess while I'm doing this, the next game in the series is going to be Itchy and Scratchy Miniature Golf Madness. Which I've written the intro for, and I have started playing it. I played it for like 20 minutes. So I'm hoping that video will come out a lot sooner. Again, I never want to rush this stuff, right? But I think that video, if I can play it a lot this weekend, I think the game's quite short. So if I can play it and beat it this weekend, and then just like get a really good chunk of the script done, then that means I can record the voiceover next week, and then kind of, yeah, really get stuck into that. So it doesn't take too long. So my understanding is that it is a very short game, and from what I've played, it's quite forgiving as well. Oh, what are we going to do? Going to jump twice, then again, and then diaper shoot. Oh no, that was bad. I'm not sure if I would have made that jump, but that was a bad jump. If I would have made the other jump. But something odd happened, because I've had it in my head that at some point I want to make a video about the history of Bartman. Because after I did that section about Bartman in my Bartman meets Radioactive Man reviews, someone left a comment saying, hey, I found that section really interesting, but it's actually not quite true. Okay, alright. Okay, that actually went amazing. Why did that go so well? Okay. Awesome. My reaction was a little bit understated there, but it's because I was concentrating on something else. But I guess I got into that zone, right? Where like sometimes when you concentrate on something else, you just do. You don't think, you just do. I guess I'm on some like Karate Kid sort of zen at the moment. God, if I actually beat this, then I have to try and beat the whole game. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I started writing the script for a video about Bartman, which I hope I can do at some point. And I was originally thinking like, maybe I can do the Bartman video sooner, but because it took me so long to make the virtual Bart video. I'm like, it would kind of be lame if the next video was then not another ranking every Simpsons game video. So, oh no, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't do that. So I am going to do the Itchy and Scratchy one first, and then at some point I'll finish the script for the history of Bartman, and then put that out at some point. But I've also still got to do the Simpsons Tapped Out. I'm still playing that game, so I gotta like do that as well. So, but we'll get there. I'll get all these videos done. It's more just a timing thing. Like, when is the best time? At some point I need to stop and do a Simpsons Tapped Out video. At some point I want to do this Bartman video, but also I want to keep going with the normal videos, so it's just a bit tricky. And speaking of tricky, this timing is horrendous. I think I should just go this one. Oh, come on. Come off it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. At least this starts you from the top. Like, that is very much appreciated. Nope.
No.
No. Okay, that's better. Just need to concentrate. Maybe I should start talking about Bartman again. Bartman is a... I got nothing to say about Bartman at the moment. I do think after you've done a 3 of these, I think you can then just float across. I think I can... Oh, no, no, float, 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 come on, float again. No, that's not going to spawn me there, is it? I think it was 2. No. Yeah, once you've done enough, you can float across, and you'll still die. Like, it will still count you as a death, but it will, Oh, God. These jumps are really nasty. Do I just want to go for it? Yeah, maybe I just need to go for it. Swing back. Let's swing back. No, that's not good. No, this timing's terrible. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, maybe I just need to go for this again. Yeah, let's just go for it. Okay, okay. All right, I think this is the last jump you have to do. So I guess I'll just be brave. Woo! Okay. No! No! What are they... Why are we doing... Why are we still doing this? I think after this one, though, you can just float down and it will count as you getting there. So let's just go for it. And again. And again. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so... Oh, this timing's horrible. What are we doing? Oh, God, that's a nasty jump. I'm not celebrating just yet because I gotta still concentrate. Bart, dude, you're right there. All right, luckily we still got a couple of tries. So he's gonna go up. I think I can go across there. So the big clowns go a lot slower than the mini clowns. So... Can I go then? Oh, that was bad.
Oh no.
Come on, Bart. Come on, Bart. Get in that cannon. There we go. Here we go. I know I shouldn't clap for myself, but okay. Okay. I can breathe. I can start breathing again. I've missed that. I've missed oxygen. So I'm happy to get some more oxygen. Okay, so that's Baby Bart done. We actually have a run. I've beaten 2 of the levels and I have 3 lives. So this is actually a really good run. All right, let's catch up on comments. Think you ever do Virtual Springfield? I will 100% be doing Virtual Springfield. So the next games are Itchy and Scratchy Miniature Golf Madness, the Itchy and Scratchy game, and then the Simpsons Cartoon Studio, and then after that is Virtual Springfield. So my current thought is that I'm going to merge the Cartoon Studio video and the virtual Springfield one into one. Not because they're super similar, but they're both like PC games that Fox Interactive published in the late 90s. So I think it would make sense I would just do one big video covering both of those games rather than separate ones. Because I think for Cartoon Studio, I don't think there's that much to say. So I'm currently planning to do one big video, which is both of those games in one. But I guess if that changes, I'll let you know. But yes, that's the current plan. Itchy and Scratchy Miniature Golf Madness, that'll get a video. The Itchy and Scratchy game, that'll be a separate video. And then I'm currently planning to do one big video, which is Virtual Springfield and Cartoon Studio. But yes, I will definitely do that game. If you're going to cover Tapped Out, assuming you care about mobile games, better do it soon. The game's getting shut down. Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for that heads up. Yeah, the game is actually off the App Store, but I downloaded it and I've been playing it. I actually played it for a month in October, and then I decided to wipe my town and start again. But I do have till the end of January to keep playing it. So I have hours and hours of footage of that game. So once the game officially shuts down end of January, then I'll start formally making that video, and that will be the next video, because I definitely will be covering it. I can't call it ranking every Simpsons game if I don't cover every Simpsons game. I especially like when you showed in the episode Bartman actually appeared in the DVD commentary, ignored him, put the whole thing in an interesting perspective. Yeah, I agree, because like I had this opinion that Bartman was not, it wasn't part of the show. That wasn't my perception. So I then watched that episode and I was like, well, I'm going to watch the DVD commentary because this is the episode he debuted in. So surely they're going to speak about him, but they don't talk about Bartman at all. They just talk about comics and Comic-Con. It's like, you can really tell the Simpsons writers are a bunch of nerds because they just talk about going to comic book conventions that whole time. So yeah, it was like kind of, I had an assumption going into that that's how it would be. But it was really interesting that, yeah, no, they just don't care. They just don't talk about it. To them, it's not a thing. Okay, I will watch the blank Out of the Bartman history video, by the way, whenever it comes out. Well, that's good to know. It's on my list. I've written most of it. It's going to cover some stuff I already covered in the Bartman meets Radioactive Man video, but I think it's an interesting enough topic that it deserves its own one-off 15 to 20 minute video of like, let's just talk about Bartman for a bit. Because I think it's interesting. All right. Baby Bart done. Mount Splashmore splashed. I don't have a good pun for that. So I would like to play Dino Bart, please, but I guess Doomsday Bart is what we want. So let's just hit A and see what we get. All right, this has not gone well tonight. This has not gone well at all. Whatever, vibe or whatever I tapped into to beat this when I was playing this game normally, I definitely feel very like out of practice with this mini game. Can I hit her? Yep. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. If I can get past this mini game, then genuinely I could beat this game live today. Because the mini games I struggle with the most, number one is Baby Bart, obviously. And then number two is this egg mini game. There's just so many times when I play the egg mini game and I'm just not able to get it done. So if I can beat this egg mini game here and now, then it's not that the other mini games are particularly easy, but they're all doable. Although I've been really struggling with Pig Bart tonight, so that's not great. Which is not a sentence I ever thought I'd show. Oh yeah, look at that wiggle. There we go. Let's move this game up on the list. It's currently last. Let's move it a few spaces. Oh, I thought that was a good shot. Okay. That's one thing that's kind of disappointing about the music of this game. Where it's like, Bart's Nightmare actually had quite good music. I quite liked the music of Bart's Nightmare. And as far as I'm aware, it's the same person doing the music again here. Like, it's the exact same person who came back. And you kind of get songs like this, which are like kind of interesting, and they feel like they could have been in Bart's Nightmare. But then you just get the baby one, and Dino Bart doesn't even have any music. It's like, it's just another way that this game is such a step down as a sequel, you know? where like you had the same person. They clearly could make kind of unique music, I guess. And they just decided to go in such an awful direction. Although at least none of us have to hear the Baby Bart music tonight. Now that I've beaten that level, it's done, people. No more Baby Bart, Lullaby, Ice Cream Fan, whatever it is. I don't know. Okay, can I get Sherry and Terry? Very nice. I thought Ralph was gonna... Okay. No. She's moving quite fast, but doesn't matter. What's this kid gonna do? Moving slower than I thought. There we go. Beautiful. So far, so good. You know what? If I do beat this game on stream tonight, let's just submit it to speedrun.com. It'll be the best NES run on there. Because there aren't any NES run ones on there. It'll literally just be me. Okay, what? Oh, that's too far away. Can I get Ralph all the way over there? I guess we'll give it a go. No, it's too far. No, that's no good. Oh, come on, Rod. Come on, Rod. I think that's Rod. I don't think that's Todd. I think Todd is the older one, is... There we go. Much better. Okay, what are we going to do? She's coming down there. I think I can get Ralph. There we go. This is getting quite hard now. I don't really have a lot of time, and... God, the adults make this so tricky. They're just everywhere. No, too late. What? This is. There's just too many adults. I knew. As soon as I let that go. The Windy World theme always has been stuck in my head, and I barely even played it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's such a good... I mean, I guess we can debate about whether that song is good, but it's really iconic in its own way. Like, it really stands out. Like, there's not many songs that sound like that on the Super Nintendo. That whistle and the bass, it's a really cool sounding song. Always find it depressing somehow. I think that is Todd. Oh, you think that's Todd? Oh, okay, my bad. I always thought Todd was the older one. Because they say Todd and Rod. So I would assume... Was it Rod and Todd? Todd and Rod? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay. Let's hit A, see what we get. Okay. Okay, doable. This is doable. If I can tick this one off, then that actually puts us in a really good position. Because then I can grind one-ups whenever I die. Which would be pretty cool. Come on. There we go. Oh, we're getting really lucky with the buses so far. For those who don't know, you want the buses, because the buses are really easy to avoid. And whenever a bus comes on screen, it despawns all the other enemies. So as long as you can avoid the bus, which is easy to do, it's actually a really good thing whenever there is a bus. Okay, I've taken a lot of damage. There we go. Can I get that health, please? Oh, the bus came again. Wow, we are 4 buses. That's kind of crazy. Okay, we've got a boost. Very nice. This is going a lot better than the last one. Go away. Another bus! I don't think I've ever seen this many buses in one playthrough. Oh, come on, dude. That's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. Taking a lot of damage now. Come on, die. Die, please. Could really do with a 6th bus. There we go. I need that health. The health is really weird in this level as well. Like, the way it does come towards you, just not as nicely or cleanly as you would want. Come on, dude. Okay, give me that health. Give me the boost. See you later. See you later. Okay, I don't think I'm too far away. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is the most number of buses I think I've ever seen in that minigame. You don't normally get that lucky with just that many buses. That was crazy. That was actually kind of crazy. Okay, this is looking really good. Do I dare say it? I guess we'll just keep this train going. Maybe we'll play Dino Bart after all. Okay, I'm gonna hit A when Bart's head is on Dino Bart. And A. Don't do it. Okay, fine. Be that way. I guess let's try and do that again. So now, 3 spaces will give us an extra life. It's a good place to be in. So I'm gonna go... Where am I gonna go? Let's just go on Mount Splashmore. I'll hit A when Bart's on Mount Splashmore. A. Not Pig Bart. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. I'll just beat it this time, I think. The fact that I stumbled over myself saying that, you can just tell how confident I am. No, not going very well to start. Yeah, I keep going for this weird looking kid. I guess they're all kind of weird looking, let's be honest, but... Okay, you're going quite slow, so let's take you out first. No, that kid's going so quick. Like, I swear on the last time I tried to attempt this, none of the kids were going as quick as this one. Let's go for it. That should have... Don't agree with that. That should have hit. Okay, that's Todd taken care of. Oh, that was actually really nice. The main reason why I say that's nice and I compliment myself because I just don't expect these eggs to actually hit. I'm just like hoping and praying most of the time when I'm throwing these eggs. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to hit this kid on the side here. Let's go for it. There we go. Boom. Good. Okay, now we've got a ridiculous number of adults. And the kids are really far away. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my god. This is coming together very nicely. Boom. Skinner, go away. Skinner actually has a lower spawn rate on this level because if you hit him when he's down, then you can get like extra time. So I think to make this level a bit harder, he actually doesn't spawn as often. So it's actually a little rare to see Skinner on this playground. Millhouse, can you come a bit closer, please? There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm way too excited. Like, I've already beaten this game. I got nothing to prove. But I think it's actually happening. Oh. Get some more water. Okay, well, look at this. Look at this. Only 2 more minigames. One of those is Pig Bart, which I haven't been able to beat all night. And one of them is Dino Bart, that absolutely refuses to come up. So I'm going to go again for Mount Splashmore. I'm going to hit A when Bart is on Mount Splashmore. And I think that should give me that extra life. A. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, so... I guess I'll just hit A and see what happens. I need to beat both of them, so... Alright, Pig Bart. I've really struggled with this level. Like, I can normally beat this level quite consistently. It's just, I keep getting to the lava and I just can't make those jumps. It's a little bit disappointing. Although some of it is that I keep dying in the freezer, which again, I'm just a little bit off my game tonight, I guess, with Pig Bart. A lot of weird sentences tonight coming from my mouth. I guess a question I ask myself, or I'm going to ask myself now, is would I ever play Virtual Bart again after this stream? Like, I've done the video, I've got all the footage, I've done this live stream, it's been pretty fun, it's been pretty interesting. Would I ever actually play this again? And I just don't it's just one of those where I don't ever see a reason to. Like, when I look back at something like Bart's House of Weirdness, I'm like, there is definitely a reason to play that game. It's frustrating, it's a bit all over the place, it doesn't really control all that well, but I can definitely see myself one day being like, Bart's House of Weirdness, yeah, that was kind of cool. Bit of a mess, but it was kind of cool. Damn it. But Virtual Bart, and like Bart's Nightmare as well, I'm like, yeah, that game's kind of fun. Bit frustrating at times, but that's kind of a cool game. But something like this, I just don't want to do it to myself. Because even like the stuff that's easy, like this jump, I've been able to all night, and now I just mess it up and I lost a life, and there we go. It's quite interesting how the game can actually get easier as you beat levels. Yeah, I think that's, you know, for all the things you can say against Virtual Bart, and I do think the mini game structure isn't great, it's at least an interesting mechanic. The way they handle the corn dog stuff, it's at least interesting that you can kind of set yourself up like that. I do think that's cool. I like how there's less pressure not to fail due to the white. Yeah, again, I agree. I think that's cool. God, I wish Konami had the rights for console Simpsons games. God, well, I mean, you say that, but it's Konami, right? Although the Silent Hill 2 remake's pretty good. I started playing the Silent Hill 2 remake and really enjoyed it, but then I stopped playing it because I had to get the Virtual Bart video done. So now that that's done, I can tick it off. But I decided to play Sonic Cross Shadow? But I started to play Sonic Cross Shadow Generations instead, and that's a really good game. That was a really good game. I really enjoyed the Shadow Generations bit. It's probably been like my favorite Sonic game in a long time. I was surprised at just how good that Shadow section is. Okay, red key's over here, but I'm actually quite low on health. So hopefully I can kill this guy. No fuss. No fuss. There we go. Oh, I meant back in the day. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, totally. Would have been really cool. That's something that's been really interesting in the comments as well, because, you know, I wasn't old enough to really kind of experience some of the stuff that Simpsons fans did back then, you know, like, but some of the comments of people talking about it where it's like, I didn't understand how much of a big deal it was that the Simpsons arcade didn't come to console. But just like from my comments, or just the comments that people are making, multiple people have just mentioned have been like, why didn't this come to console? And they're totally right. Like, it's one of those really weird things. You know, I think as you're alluding to, XJ, like, it probably was like Acclaim having the rights and stuff like that, but it's interesting how big of a deal that kind of was to Simpsons fans from back then. And I totally get it. Like, it's when you see something like Turtles in Time or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming to console, and Turtles in Time being like one of the most beloved SNES games in some ways, the fact that the Simpsons arcade didn't come to console is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I guess it's something I didn't realize, but reading the comments, it made me understand it a bit more. Although I went to, there's a barcade near me that I went to 2 weeks ago, and they recently expanded and made it bigger. And they put like a load of posters from like arcade games from the 90s. So like now it's like surrounded by, like on the walls there's like all these old posters, and one of them is the Simpsons game. And I think it's the Japanese poster as well. So like on one of the walls they put up the, oh that was bad. They put up the poster of the Simpsons arcade, and it was just really cool to see. I think I took a picture of it because I thought it was really cool, but I don't remember. There's like 2 arcades near me where they have the Simpsons arcade cabinet, like the re-release. So it is surprisingly, like that re-release does surprisingly well. Like it's still, you know, it seems like when people are setting up barcades and arcades and stuff like that, I think it's, you can very easily find it. So obviously that reputation, why does that keep happening? Why does that keep... So that reputation that game has and how beloved it is, it's still like carrying across to this day. Because I've seen it multiple times at this point. Okay, I just want to get past this section. I guess Virtual Bart is the gift that keeps on giving, because I don't normally struggle on that bit so much. It's tricky, but it's really messing me up today. If Konami had the license, maybe we'll have a release of Simpsons Arcade you can legally buy. Yeah, that's the thing that's a shame. Obviously, there's some sort of licensing going on because they did the re-release. The 2021 Arcade 1UP or 1UP Arcade re-release machine. So if that was able to be released, then... Right? Like, surely it's possible? I don't know. Somebody must have... Like, I feel like that machine did really well. And you would hope somebody is looking at the numbers for that machine saying, people really want this machine. Oh, come off it now. People really want this machine. Seems like people like this game. Maybe we should do something there. I don't know. The event for Simpsons Tapped Out somewhat implies there are more Simpsons games coming, but not in a concrete way where you could be like, oh, they're definitely making something new. But one of the things that one of the characters says kind of implies about like more Simpsons games, so I wouldn't take that as gospel that there's definitely going to be a new one coming, but that hint was at least there in that game. But again, it probably is a throwaway line. I'd have to check my footage to see exactly what they said. God, my farm is killing me. Like, part of the reason why I'm struggling with this, because it is genuinely very unpleasant to have to hold up and left and right all the time. Okay. Let's try and do this properly this time. Come on. There we go. That's what it needed to be. Oh. I'm just getting depressed now. I played arcade for the first time as a kid when it got ported to the 360, and I loved it. Not the best beat 'em up over gameplay wise, but it has immense charm. Yeah, that's when I first played it as well. Like, I always knew it existed, but it was like almost like a little bit of a myth or a legend almost, because I wasn't in arcades in the 90s. And whenever I went to an arcade, it was like Crazy Taxi and Time Crisis. That's the games I would mostly see. So it seemed like this weird mystical thing, but then it came out and I got it, and I still have it on my 360, and I was like, yeah, this is a really cool thing. But since doing like this series and looking more at Simpsons games, it's definitely given me more of oh my god. I can't do this. I can't do this jump. It's definitely given me more of an appreciation for it. Like, again, as you kind of say, it's not the best. I think there are better beat 'em ups, but it's just so cool. It's just such a cool Simpsons thing. It's probably best that I just died there. That's probably for the best. If you told me before this stream you're going to struggle more with Pig Bart than Baby Bart, I would have called you a liar. Well, I probably wouldn't have said it, but I would have thought it. But this is like really not fun. Oh, can we make that? Alright, let's do this again. It's one of the few games, it's decades that lets you play as Marge and Lisa. Yeah, true. Everyone was just so obsessed with Bart, and then when the Bart stuff died down, it then just became Homer. I want to say off the top of my head, the other one is Night of the Treehouse of Horror? Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror? Although I guess that was the year 2000, right? So it's not quite that era. I guess that's technically a different era. Oh my god, I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't put the pressure on the D-pad that I need to beat this. I guess this is just what happens when you play 2 hours of Virtual Bart. Your body just says no. Your body just says, you know what, you've had enough. It'd be a shame if I lose on Pig Bart though, because I feel like this is probably, I still stand by that this is the easiest platforming level. I'm just really struggling on this freezer, and It's just really unpleasant. Okay, I actually made that jump this time. So jump, and then jump. Okay, alright. Here we go. I say here we go. We're about to do a very boring section, but at least I managed to get past the main freezer. Okay, I'm just gonna power through. Remember the weird sequel of arcade game from 2009 on phones? I do. Not really from the time, but I recently, because my plan is to cover every single Simpsons game, right? So I was kind of like, how am I going to play those games? There's 3 different games, like Java game. There's 3 different... I'm getting very annoyed at this game. There's 3 different like Java phone games, and I was like, well, how am I going to play those? So I started like looking online to be like, is it even going to be possible? Am I going to have to, I don't know, try and find a phone on eBay or something? But I found an emulator. There's like an emulator you can download for those games, and I was able to download copies of all 3 of those games, so I can actually check them out. So I booted that game for like 2 seconds because I didn't want to play it yet, but yeah, you can still play those games if you kind of know where to look. Although I'm not going to tell you where to look because I don't want Nintendo suing me, because I am not stupid. Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror was a wasted idea. It should have been a full console game. Once again, I agree. I feel like every time you say something, I just say I agree. But I totally do. I haven't played it yet, but again, you're totally right. Like, this could have been, it 100% could have been a fully fleshed out thing, and it would have been really interesting. And if you're going to do like a horror themed game, even though it's The Simpsons, but if you're going to do like horror and you want to really like recreate those classic shorts, then yeah, you want that to be in 3D. You don't want that to be in 2D. I want to play The Raven in 3D. Is that too much to ask? Okay, I've actually taken quite a lot of damage. Hopefully that's the last one. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. I don't have any lives, but that's okay, because it means if I do die, then we will just respawn back here. We won't have to play the bloody freezer again, so I'm not... It's not ideal that I died so much, but at least we can just, like, start from here. Although I have a horrible feeling that I'm going to play Dino Bart and I'm going to really struggle with it because I'm just out of practice when it comes to Dino Bart. Okay, let's just go for it because health doesn't really matter that on this section. So here we go. On the right, you're going to see an extra life. Extra life. I'm not going for it because it's too risky. But that turns into a health pickup for some reason. If you die. Which that, once again, feels like another, like, programming bug. That feels like one of those where it's, like, the state that the level is in when you load that checkpoint. Like, it just feels like the state was set up incorrectly. Why can't I make that jump? Why can't I make that jump? I don't think I've been able to make that jump all night. Which is a bit disappointing, because I don't remember struggling. I might just have to, like, if I get back to Pig Bar, I might just go for the quick version of it. Like, I might just drop down, try and land all the way on that last platform, and just see if that works, because I feel like it'll be more consistent. Okay, we're going to go for Mount Splashmore again. Here we go. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed, Bart. Oh no, indeed. Well, this might be it. I guess we'll see how we get on. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for it, I think. I just don't know the timing off the top of my head, but it is genuinely one of... Well, that's fair. It is genuinely one of those where you can just, like, memorize the timing of that bit, and then just... Or just whenever the platforms are in a certain one, you could then just drop all the way down. And then that you will just land in the correct spot. So let's try it. Screw it. Screw it. Okay, well that didn't work, did it? That didn't work. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, well that didn't... Alright, let's try and do it properly. I might have just thrown away my chance here. I just haven't been able to make that second jump all night. I don't know what's different, to be honest. I don't know if I need to bounce. Maybe I do. Yeah, see, I just can't make that jump. Well, that's a bit of an anticlimax, I feel. That's a bit disappointing. Yeah, I don't normally struggle on that jump as much. You'll just have to take my word for it, but normally I can make that second jump. It's like the third jump or the last jump, and then it just doesn't... Then that's when I struggle. I guess I was jumping a little bit too early, I suppose. Oh well, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I was able to beat Baby Bart. We never even saw Dino Bart, but I think my voice is giving out a bit, so let's go to the practice area so it doesn't go to demo mode. Yeah, I think that was quite successful, actually. If I spent a little bit more time on this and figured out that jump in Pig Bart, and then if I ever play Dino Bart, I feel pretty confident I could beat Dino Bart in one try. So it actually just came down to that one jump in Pig Bart, which I really didn't expect. That's really strange. But okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Getting a bit tired. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Robert Anderson for sticking around. XJ Luna, appreciate all your comments here. So I think I've already summed up what's coming up next. The next video will be the Itchy and Scratchy one, which I'm hoping to get a really big head start on this weekend. And then that'll probably come out, I guess realistically, start of December. Let's take a look at a calendar here. Oh, not you. Yeah, probably that first week of December. It's probably when that video will come out. And then after I release that, depending on how I feel, I might do the Itchy and Scratchy game next, or I might then just say, I'm just going to do this Bartman video, get it out the way, then I can do Itchy and Scratchy, and then it'll be The Simpsons Tapped Out. And I'll try and stream at some point, but I need to figure out what I'm going to stream, because I'm not streaming this again. I can tell you that for free. So I might try and stream something that isn't a Simpsons game. Although, if people want me to stream a Simpsons game I've already covered, like maybe I'll do Bart vs. the Space Mutants, or maybe I'll do House of Weirdness for a stream. Maybe that could be quite fun. Just go back and stream one of the previous games that I've reviewed but I didn't stream because it was earlier. Maybe I'll do that. So if there are any games in particular you would prefer to see me stream that I've covered already in the series, then let me know and I'm happy to take a look at that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. You got quite far in the game. Yeah, thanks. I did better than I thought I would. I'm surprised it was Pig Bart that was the issue. But I beat the seal section twice in Baby Bart, so I'm really proud of that. Oh, you don't want to stream Virtual again? Can't imagine why. It's a mystery we'll never solve. Oh, I can finally put my copy of Virtual Bart away, which I'm quite looking forward to. I can actually put it in my box and I can put it on my shelf and I can never think about it again. I hope. But yeah, once again, also want to just say thank you to the response to the Virtual Bart video. That was a really tough video to make. It took ages. So it was really nice to see all the comments, all the people liking. Really great response. It's a shame about the YouTube algorithm, but still really cool that people responded that way. So I guess stay tuned for more. I think I'll probably do the Itchy and Scratchy. If I'm taking too long to make the Itchy and Scratchy video, then I'll just do a stream. So instead, we'll just do maybe Bart vs. the Space Mutants. That might be interesting to go back to and see what that game's all about again. Oh, my TV just went off. Come back. There we go. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone. I'm gonna go. I hope you had fun. I did, despite the game. But yeah, that was Virtual Bart. So yeah, all right. I'll see you guys for the next stream or the next video. Thanks everyone.